Hi there, I'm Carrie Ellis, author of 21st Century Superhuman. This is our 21st Century Superhuman show. And today I have with me Arvis and Litha. And these two people are the beautiful magicians of amazing progress forward with Food GANS. And many of us have been wanting to learn, myself included, and we ask questions. Should I do the baking soda method? Should I do the HCl method? Should I do the GANS method? How do I do it? How do I do it? And so today we're going to answer some of those questions. And I'm really excited. You guys have done such beautiful work, and you have a Facebook page called Liquid Plasma Feeding, where people can find many of the PDFs that we're going to show on this show. And first of all, if you would just tell us a little bit about your story. How did you get involved? I know, Litha, you have kind of a biology background, and you both just are brilliant. And I love it that we're becoming this global community. You know, we have different accents, we're from different countries, but the intelligence and the heart and soul is so there as we join together as a human family. I say we are not accidental tourists here, and what each one of us are doing and learning and growing into, this is really to serve the greater good of humanity. And it makes it, thank you guys so much for what you have done to put yourselves out on the front lines, and what you're sharing is so really important. It's very important and valuable. And
yes, there is a lot of people today like you and everybody else. I think there is more and more awake people. That's the beautiful thing. Just few years ago, I was starting very alone. Very alone.
Yeah.
Really?
It was 3 years ago. We just looked so many videos about conspiracy theories, and we just started to ask each other. We are alone in the city who are thinking about all this, or there is another people like us. And it was just 2 weeks, and we met other other person, and it bring a very huge change of our life.
yes,
This evolution, we are going with this evolution.
yes,
The moment I see this awakening is accelerating.
yes.
That's why I came out with this solution to Keshe Foundation, the council, Universal Council. If you read it,
The Universal Council, right? Yes.
It works. It will work.
Yes. Well, let's go. Excuse me. Go ahead.
Because when I starting about thinking, I feel when I went to Dubai, this one soul, but it was birth, but one soul birth was in Dubai. The people exchanging this information was so openly, so.
A soul birth in Dubai, right? Is that what you said? Soul birth with all the people exchanging energy.
Something happened in Dubai.
Yes.
So I went. I see it still continue, but it's little like fractionated. It's divided a little bit.
Right.
Put together. It's okay. Just one internal soul.
So the GANS-Making as a collective will kind of help restore that collective flow.
Because when I'm working with CO2 GANS, I feel this connection with this template.
Yes.
Temple,
the temples, right? Mm-hmm.
More sensible place to go to your brain. There's also, like, if you go in the microscope, you see hexagonal spots, structure.
Mm-hmm. You'll see what under the microscope?
There is in the bones, there is hexagonal
structure.
Hexagonal structure. Interesting, in the bones of the temple. Oh, so it resonates with the GANS.
CO2 GANS, when you're making it, resonates with this part of it. When you do copper GANS, it resonates in this part. I don't know why. For me, it resonates in this part.
Uh-huh.
When you do iron GANS, it resonates here.
Interesting.
Something is up here in this.
You guys, you are both very beautiful beings and very beautiful people, and we are all here for a special reason on planet Earth right now. We agreed to come in and to do this together. So thank you so much for what you're doing and who you are, and just, you know, being willing to share with others what you're learning. And it's really beautiful and very important.
You're welcome.
So let's go ahead and look at some of your, so your site is called Liquid Plasma Feeding on Facebook, and anybody can come there and join. It's a public group, and most of these PDFs that we're showing are available for download there as well, but they're great learning. Is that correct?
Yeah.
And they're great learning documents. Do you want me to go ahead down to the pictures?
Technology.
You can go, yeah. There's a little bit description. We just will let for course.
So this is what the carbon sticks look like. And I know that I bought mine through a welding supply, and they have kind of a funny name. What do you call them? Do you buy yours through a welding supply?
For what?
The carbon.
The carbon sticks. Where do you get yours?
This is just.
They call also
graphite
rod.
Graphite rod or graphite stick.
Right. And where do you buy them?
Online. We ordered it from the China. I was talking with
First
Chinese
came from England.
From England, yes. First came from England, and then I start to talk with manufacturer with China, with engineer to find out the quality and what is the best for this kind of method. So he just suggested some technical for this product. So we are ordering for this only this one.
Special for food making, because for food we explained to these Chinese engineers that we have to be sure that people can use these carbon sticks for food GANS.
Okay, beautiful. So
keep standards.
Beautiful.
Especially when yes, if somebody wants to really do seriously this, there is the chance to do this, even with certification, even FDA or European certification. I think you can pass through, but you need to put under the microscope anyway to check out there is in the limit of graphite dust. They call graphite dust.
Okay.
There is, if it's safe level, it will not. It will be in safe level, especially when it goes kind of temperature to 40 degrees max.
Okay.
And very small amperage will not affect your food. So it's 29% of carbon.
If there is some dust, it's anyway it's carbon.
It's carbon.
So it's nothing dangerous for humans.
Right. So and you chose these carbon sticks because they have the hexagonal chemical makeup, right? I guess, is that how you explain it?
Yeah. Also, but we were looking for carbon.
99% of carbon, pure carbon.
99% pure carbon.
Start to use shungite, but shungite there is just a 50% of carbon.
We don't know.
So it's not very clear.
What is the rest inside?
Okay.
It is also very difficult conductive material. So it's not. This is. I think for the moment is the best solution for the people. We need to focus on it, on graphite rods.
So did someone just look up carbon stick online?
Graphite rods.
Or graphite rod.
Graphite rods. I'm going to grab what I have here and ask you about it. Hold on. You are not, so I have these Radnor, they're called copper-coated gouging electrodes. Can you guys see those? And they look like this. They have this copper on the outside of them.
You do copper from it?
Well, it's a carbon rod. It has a light copper coating, and we've been using these just to make regular GANs, and they work fantastically. But they're from a welding supply. So another question I have is, you're not really actually consuming the food GANs that you're making, are you? Or are you consuming water off the top of that?
We drink water, yeah.
You drink the water. So you definitely want it to be something that's consumable. So do you think that these would be okay to use, or do you not think so?
You need to look at what is inside it, because I'm not sure it is really pure copper on it, because especially when the welding comes.
Right. So we really need to make food GANs. We really need to find the plain carbon stick.
Plain carbon
best,
stick,
yeah.
or carbon stick.
Because you don't need copper in your
cheaper.
food GANs.
Right.
It's not a special attention for copper.
Exactly, yes.
Right.
I prefer to start with zinc plate, do the food GANs. You will see already the very beautiful result. Then later you can add your copper GANs or iron GANs, whatever, magnesium.
Okay, so you prefer seeing it made initially with zinc GANs, and then later.
Mace. I can't say, you can't overdose. Like, you can overdose, but the zinc is almost everywhere.
Right.
So it's more or less safe and safe in the good dosage.
Okay.
Zinc is in all our soaps and shampoos and creams and
for babies and for the.
Okay. And so here you have a beautiful setup with the carbon stick.
The beach on the solar panels.
Oh, on your solar panels, and that's how you're powering it.
Just use the solar panels.
It was just a small panels for car.
Nice.
We just try to find some solution for people who are living maybe in caravans.
Africa. We met one from Africa. She was very interesting to this idea about the solar panels. She said she will bought a lot solar panels and Africa, bring to Africa. The people make GANs in Africa.
So do you even have anything in here? You just have the carbon stick. Do you have zinc in here also?
Yeah. Zinc?
Seawater and just 12 volt of the solar panel.
Zinc, the charge from the solar panel, and you just have one alligator clip, right? You don't have two?
Two.
One is connected to zinc, and the other one to zinc, another one to carbon.
And what kind of zinc are you getting? I've heard that there are zinc rods. We've been using zinc roofing, edging over here, but I think that's only a coating.
No, it's galvanized. I think it's the tin or something galvanized. Don't use it.
Right. So you're getting solid.
For scientific zinc.
Pure
Zinc or scientific quality.
And where are you getting that?
In China.
As always.
We work a lot of with China. I love working with China. I love Chinese.
Because they have everything. You just
can get
have
from
to ask.
Chinese everything. That's the beautiful one.
Beautiful liquid off to the left here, the blue with the gold in it.
This is the copper with oxy copper. That copper with oxy copper.
Oxy copper?
Yes, oxychloride.
I don't know what that is, but that's all right.
It's not, it's just beautiful.
It's just beautiful.
It is beautiful. Yes, beautiful. Okay.
Use it, this
you can use it for gardening. Yeah.
For gardening, just make sure there's no salt in it.
Okay. Oh, beautiful. Okay, good for gardening, the copper.
The tomatoes, to spray the tomatoes. You know, it's 12% in tomatoes. There is copper.
Interesting.
Interesting. I started to vaccinate the tomatoes yesterday. I took just one tomato, still growing. With little,
Big
no,
tomato.
just a tomato plant. Okay, sorry.
Okay.
So when
Little tomato plant, little tomatoes. I took the what do you call it? Thing.
No?
Thing. Pick it.
When you pick this, how you call it in English? I don't know.
Medicine for medicine.
It's not sering. No?
are you talking about off the tomato plant?
Yeah,
Yeah.
You pick it in the.
Like the blossom or something, or
No. When you do with this.
I will show you. No.
that's okay. You know, I think, yeah, I've had a hard time growing tomatoes. So the idea that, and basically when you say this is good for tomatoes, you would take the water off of this GANS and pour it on the tomatoes, correct?
Yes, because there is the chlor, the copper
Right.
chlor. It
It is not the best one, but
this like, but small one, very small one. You see it in the picture, in the video?
I don't know.
You don't see it. You don't
no,
see
you
me.
see it.
Does not matter.
Are you,
Our video is turned off now. Okay.
oh, yeah. So
Okay.
you can see this, right? You can, so, yeah, so let's go ahead. So what are we seeing here? So with this method, you can obtain different fractions of GANs. It's very easy to separate them each from one another.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's the two photos. First one on the top and second one later. There you can see iron GANS. There is a
bronze.
different.
This is the bronze GANS.
Bronze?
Bronze. This is bronze. Yes.
Okay. So I see your nice piece of zinc there, and you're using that with a carbon rod in the upper left. Yeah. And then the second one is iron. And what are you using for your iron?
No. This is the.
Or you said it's brass.
The underneath, this is the iron. The
on the top, it's Arvis said it's a brass.
Bronze.
Okay.
And where are you getting the bronze?
We have a lot of things here in France. Very, very old items made from bronze. It's not a problem. Vintage.
We start in France. We start with antique business.
Right. Yeah, I found. I've been finding bronze pieces at the thrift store, like older pieces, like you said. So what do you do with the brass GANs?
It's for Magro.
For Magro.
Because it's already good mix.
Okay. Beautiful.
So because for Magro you are mixing GANS anyway after you make them.
Right.
So you can use already mix.
Okay. This is beautiful CO2 GANS. I made some that floated the other day, and I was like, "Oh, this is really beautiful, light and fluffy."
Because in the glass, I
yes.
just take it off before it make link with the zinc. It comes out from the carbon stick.
Wow, with no zinc?
No zinc. Of course, there will be still a little bit zinc because the zinc is going to the carbon and coming back, but there will not be much zinc. There is little zinc.
Wow. So you make actual CO2 GANs just with the carbon stick and electricity on it. Are you using like 1 amp?
Well, half. I would suggest half, but if you are not too fast, you can use 1 amp, or that is the maximum.
Okay.
I like this 0.5.
But 1/2 to 1 amp, and then no zinc. And so, what would you use this CO2 for?
You can But I took from this class when I was making an omelette, egg yolks,
Yeah.
making egg yolks. I took a little bit inside and mix it 2 times. I feel it's like something changed in the structure. No seeing.
Interesting.
Not visible, but
Something
it
is
was
changed.
just
Something
a feeling.
is feeling, but it tastes also very good. And so it's like a spices, like instead of spices they're using now something. Yes, I know.
So now you're using the CO2 GANS.
Yes.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
This is actually similar to making ormus. I was making ormus before I learned about GANS, and you take it up to a certain pH just with the seawater, and it separates and you get this white. And I knew a man who had been taking that ormus for 5 years, and doctors tested him and he had 5 times as many stem cells as the average person.
We made also some ormus a long time ago.
Right?
It was just when came out this idea about the hormones.
Right.
Following on
that time, maybe everybody made the hormones.
Everybody did. Everybody did.
Mm.
Everybody did.
So when you make this CO2 GANS without zinc, and then you took a little bit of this and added it to your omelet, were you adding the literal white part, or were you adding just the water from the top of it?
Just the water.
If you have, it depends on amount that you use, because what it means water. You have all the vegetables or the fruits water. You can take it just a piece of this CO2 and put it in water, because there is already water. But it means put in the water and get it in the water. Because I was working in a professional kitchen, I was also looking in a reaction in basic cooking method in a very logical way. So if you put this inside it, you structurize the water that is in a vegetable or in
right. You potentize the water.
Exactly. Just yesterday, I take the watermelon.
Oh, it's making me hungry just looking at it. So then how about this one? What is this one?
Islands.
The lower right there.
This is very beautiful. Are you sure it's iron?
Yeah,
yes,
there is a 2 type of iron. The orange part is a, but we use for feeding. And the dark one, which is really like a blue-black.
Yeah.
For batteries, for Magrao, or
isn't that like sometimes we make it and it turns that color, but when we add oxygen, then it it turns red.
Yeah.
Okay, and this is beautiful. This green here, yellow green.
It was made from all the silver spoon.
Oh.
Silver plated spoon. So there is a lot of copper.
And so, do you use that in a magrav or?
No, we just for the moment it just
making
our shelf. That's all.
Your experiments, and then
you can see the pH of CO2 GANS. It's 12. It's interesting.
Very, very alkaline.
Very alkaline.
Yes.
It's the reason why you can't use CO2 GANS directly, because pH, when it's bigger than 9, it's not for human consumption.
Right. It's so alkaline, and that's why you use just the water and not the GANS directly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
Very good.
It's very important to check all the time when you use the GANS. All the time, check your pH.
Okay. Check your pH.
pH
and so you'd want the water that you're using to be 9 or below, correct?
9, it's a maximum. I would say a little bit.
8. It will be 8, a little bit more.
A little bit above 8, yeah.
It depends on the food that you use, or food, or everything that you make in it. It will also affect the pH in the base. Don't try to make your just 8 pH because something is more acid, something is more alpha. It's natural. Especially when you make the food GANS, and you try to preserve all elements inside, so they still stay alive inside, so they will affect your pH.
Right. So we have a whole collection of GANSs here. Anything you'd like to say? It says here, beautiful. Food GANS made with this method is very light, very energetic. You can feel energy just by holding the jar in your hands. You can feel taste in your mouth, and you can try even to smell it.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. So when you see this is the lemon or no?
Up on the upper right there?
Upper
is
this
is coconut oil.
Coconut oil. How did you do that? I mean, we're going to get into that in a little bit, the food GANS, how you made it.
It's very, very, very interesting. It's not just the food. I just made also tobacco from it. I will stop to smoke with, I think I will try to smoke with vapor.
Wow.
I think it will work. I already when I'm making it, I feel like a smoked packet of cigarettes.
Wow, that's amazing, making it out of the... And so...
We're a smoker.
Mm-hmm.
For everybody.
So just for an example, if this is the coconut oil, you've taken, I see you have zinc, you have a carbon rod, and you have electricity on them, and on less than an amp. And then, and I've gotten my electrical by going and buying old phone chargers at the thrift store. That's what I've been using. And I just check and make sure they're 1 amp or below. What are you using?
I use the power supply. But you can use the power charger, be just careful it don't come back, because if you have too much resistance, the electricity will pull back to your charger, will explode and burn your electricity. So be very careful with it.
Okay.
You can use small rods, small metals. You don't need the big metal. Don't worry, big metal. Just need from just few centimeters of metal can make your liter of a GANS. Just do it slowly. It will bring.
Don't hurry. Yeah.
Don't hurry. Take your time. If it's too much, you can put 2 cells of for your phone charger.
And what is the power charger that you get?
I just found out today. I just found them just like it's very, very ordinary charger. It says 5 volts, one amperes.
Okay.
So, from my point of view, we can put at least for the beginning 2 CO2 GANS. At least, if you're making iron GANS, you can put 3 cells, maybe 4 cells, like copper as well.
Right. So here,
the amperage.
So here you have the zinc and your electrical connection and the carbon rod. And the way we see it, we usually want to see kind of foaming coming off the carbon rod. That tells us we have the right side of the charge on it. And then you just put your salt water or your seawater in here, and then you just add a little coconut oil. And is that how you're making this?
No, it was for food GANS.
For food GANS.
Yeah.
Oh, what food is in? So you just add the food right to this process, though. Is what I'm asking.
It was curcuma.
Curcuma.
What was it?
Curcuma. Curcum. It's not a curcum.
No, in English.
It's different in English.
But you would just take a particular food and add it right into the seawater, correct?
Yellow color.
This is very healthy root in a very special yellow color.
We use the cancers.
You are drinking it with the milk.
With milk and the papers.
It's not curcum, no? Curcuma. Curcuma, no?
Curcumin. Oh, cumin.
Yeah, maybe, yeah.
So you took that and you prepared it first, and then you added it to the GANS-Making.
Yeah.
Okay, and we'll get into that in a little bit.
We use coconut oil because we wanted to preserve also smell.
Oh,
perfume.
so you use curcumin and coconut oil together. And it's interesting because in India, they say you should put the spices with oil. Are you still there? Hello? Oh, there you are. There you are. We kind of lost you for a minute there.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, okay.
So coconut oil. And this method, curcuma,
Yeah.
I did with acid. You don't need putting acid this time because it's already in powder. It's very thin. It's very molecular structure already. So you can go with yes, to put coconut oil on side. You'll keep the smell also in it in oil. And this is very good oil because it melts at 30 to 40 temperature. It's good temperature because it will not stay very sticky or still liquid. You can still boil with your bubbling. It will very easily to mix together with your water. Later will come off. You can put it go and take off also.
Wow. So we're going to get into your Food GANS video, and I think we'll get to see how you prepare the cumin. But I mean, obviously you must chop it up, add it to either sodium bicarbonate or hydrochloric acid or...
Let's come.
It's the next thing.
Next, we'll explain it.
Well, okay, we'll look at it in the next one. And then all of these are different. Anything you want to say? This is beautiful. I love these green foods that you're making.
Yeah, it's green one. It's a silver-plated spoon.
Green
so
manna.
At the moment, we don't use it.
And then what is this?
Lemon.
This is a lemon.
Lemon.
And ginger.
And yeah.
Ginger. And what is this blue one over here?
Blue. It's a copper or something.
Copper.
It's a blue. Yeah.
I have made it hundreds of GANS.
Yeah, who knows what is what, right? Oh.
It's very light green copper, you know, because copper GANS when it has pH 9, it's coming very light green.
Nice. So this bottle is it's the water of GANS, I would say, with a little GANS in the bottom of it.
There is almost no GANS. There's just water, and it's water which is salt water. This is the first washing part. When you wash your GANS, you have a lot of salt water. And
then what do you do with that?
We are making baths for our feet.
Baths for your feet. Brilliant. Oh, yes.
The salt water. It's still a salt, and then it's very relaxing, very nice.
Right. And as I said, I've been putting it back in the ocean, but a salt foot bath is a brilliant idea. Yeah. And then you're also drying it and making this powder out of it?
Yeah. It is already GANS, which is dried up in the sunlight.
Right.
And then we just use mesh.
I can find it.
Put the mesh.
Continue.
Yeah, okay.
No, we should talk about baths. You can use the baths when you go entirely, or you can use just for the feet.
Right.
Copper baths for the feet. It's very something, because copper is something sticking up in the salt also. We took these baths and we went to sleep because it really made really relaxing.
Beautiful. So you make a bath and you put the salt water from your GANS-Making, which is food grade GANS-Making. So we're making
Spirulina, pollen, everything that is beautiful.
Oh, beautiful. Pollen and all these things.
In this water, you can take this information from this water. And salt is like a carrier.
Right. So here you've made a beautiful little package with You have the carbon stick and
some copper, some zinc,
copper,
some
zinc.
alligator clips, and and pegs.
Pegs.
And is this something you're producing? So you have a link where people can order that. Are you selling that on?
We need to release this link because
it's sold for the moment. Everything is sold, so we are waiting for new stock, and it's coming.
Beautiful. So you're making these packets so people don't have to go and find their own materials, and
it's quite difficult to find the good materials.
I agree. That's been very difficult.
We don't sell it. It takes for us the time. Okay, see, if you want, we can. Because people think it's more easy to buy everything that is already done. Yes, why not? From this, it's already just water, just salt, and some electricity, and that's it.
Yes, it's very nice to have all those things gathered together. It is a lot of work to find them all. I can't tell you how many times I've gone out and gotten different copper, and then, to know that your stuff is pure and where you've gotten it, and it's a good thing.
Even for alligator clips, we had a conversation with Indonesia, and they said they can't buy alligator clips in Indonesia.
Really?
They bought these alligator clips from us.
They were all the wall.
Yeah, those are nice little alligator clips you have. I've had a hard time finding those as well. I mean, I found them, but it's good to have that all together for sure.
You don't need some few more, and just because it will still attract the what they call iron guns on it. Still make iron guns on it.
Right. Okay, so this is a really nice little PowerPoint, really made for kids, right? But on how
Maybe
to
we go from start, no? Because it's in the middle now.
Oh, is it in the middle? Oops. Here. Okay. Sorry. Thank you.
It was made specially for kids.
Cool. Beautiful.
Or for beginners, who are just starting to make.
For big kids.
For
big kids. Okay, disclaimer, do not touch GANS. We do not suggest to eat or drink GANS without recommendations of plasmatist or doctor. This material is only for experimental, educational, and testing purposes. Any interpretation of this material is at your own risk. You're responsible for your own action taken. This technology needs more laboratory experiments and testings. Good disclaimer. How to make GANS in an easy and simple way. Yes.
Clean water, pure distilled water. So basically, to distill water is good to buy it, but I would like to suggest to keep it simple. You can make your distilled water. If you are confident with your water that you're drinking in daily, you can put it just in the sun, in a glass jar, deposit. They just go. It makes us a little ecosystem. The water will come up and come down, come up and come down over day. Just put it in the sun. Put some from aluminum foil behind it to keep like solar panel. So it will bring inside the jar, the sun. It will make a little ecosystem with structurizing the water. It will be distilled water.
Beautiful.
So because
you don't need to buy distilled water. You can make yourself.
Great.
You know how they made this distilled water.
And so what you're saying is to put a jar of water in the sun, put aluminum foil over the top, and let the sun keep recirculating.
Just behind the jar, like you do like
you look
like a mirror,
like a mirror,
like a mirror.
Oh, put the aluminum foil behind the jar so that it's intensifying the process.
Just put the lid on top.
Put the lid on top of the jar. Okay, beautiful. I like that. Very nice.
Close the bottle to keep inside it.
Okay.
5, 6, 7 hours in the sun, it will be very good water.
Beautiful. So you put the lid on to keep the water inside of it, and it will do its own purification. Very nice. Check your water pH. Oh.
Nice. because if you will start like doing some GANS, it will under the 7 will acid. It will never make good GANS with acid.
Okay, so I have people.
Why we don't use rainwater, because rainwater is a little bit acid.
Could be acid also.
Interesting. Okay, so I have people ask if they can use pH paper or if they need a meter. And so that's question one.
Basically, you can start with paper if you have it. If you don't have the pH meter digital, but you can measure still with paper. If you can control just what you see, it's good. It's really good pH. Use it, no worries.
Okay.
It will show some acidity. It will show some acidity. So,
and then the pH, where do you get a good pH meter? I mean, I think I paid $80 for one online, and I still can't half the time figure out how to use the thing. It's pretty complicated.
Really, I know. Now I just bought for the first time. We bought this yellow one, very cheap one, the $7. I don't know. It's very.
It was not good.
It broke. But then when I started making Arvis, it just broke the first day, and then I bought one more expensive, like
$25 maybe.
No more. It's $40. But you can see the temperature. You can see the very good, very precise pH meter.
Do you
from $30, $40 you need to take.
Okay, and do you use a neutralizer with it?
Baking soda.
Baking soda. Oh, aren't you smart? Okay. So baking soda and water, you can neutralize it with that.
Even the rainwater, you can neutralize with baking soda, no problem.
Brilliant. Okay.
Because 1 spoon, 2 spoon the baking soda, it will not big deal for the GANS making. Not put too much. Not put too much. It will be a different result.
Okay.
You keep between 7 and 8. It is salty water pH.
Okay. So you want it to be between 7 and 8, right?
It will be perfect.
So could you just use salt water for that, or you use baking soda in the water?
Baking soda.
Baking soda. Okay.
Just,
because you will have also acid.
Like just a pinch of baking soda or something. And then, I don't know, mine has all these buttons on it. I wish it was easier.
Oh. Yes, you see, for better performance, start with 7 8.
Okay.
30 grams, 1 liter of water.
30 grams of salt to 1 liter of water.
This is the maximum. This is
With,
really...
With salt content, you can control your current. Interesting.
Exactly. Yes, if you're running too fast, maybe put more water. Put
Okay.
more less salt. Just playing it.
Because more salt, it means more current.
But don't expect if you will have very big voltage and you will put less salt, it will create like resistance and not very good also.
You know, I find seawater has, I've been working with somebody they add like water softener salt to water and just get a really dense salt solution. And I find it's much saltier than the seawater that I have here. But I also think the seawater is kind of polluted. So,
yeah, and you have a different salt content in different parts of the world.
Right, because of the temperature.
Not the same.
Because of the temperature, I think. I think cold, warm seawater has more salt, maybe. So
more complicated than the temperature.
Okay, so do you guys like using only seawater or water made from sea salt? Is that your preference?
We are making from salt, yeah.
In the beginning, we were making from the Mediterranean.
We start with salt with seawater.
Water. It's controlled. It's got controlled by the local authorities. It's everyday control as it is touristic BGs, it should have to be controlled every time to get these blue flags to save to swim. They are very strictly. With one experience a few years ago, I tried to swim and it was the red flag or orange flag, not red, orange flag. They don't allow me to swim in the swim.
Right, they're not allowing people to swim in the water, so why would you want to use that water to make food GANs out of?
Yeah.
Yes, and so I think if you can take from with your skin the water, why not in the, of course, there's different reactions when you come in the stomach when you see on the skin.
So are you using sea salt in your water, or would you use like kosher salt or any kind of salt, or do you think?
But if you want to make sure everything is goes smoothly, use pure salt, pure water, pure baking soda, use pure materials.
Well, when you say pure salt, what does that mean to you? Is it sea salt or is it just plain salt?
Plain salt.
Because
Plain
some
salt.
salts contain some additives also.
Yes,
if you buy salt in a shop, grocery shop, what you call, there is some additives to the salt.
Well, guess what? In Central and South America, guess where they put the fluoride? In the salt.
Yes, that's right.
So you want to be really careful of that. But here in North America, I mean, we're using even water softener salt. So I think it's just plain salt, but you're not really looking for the mineral content in like sea salt.
Very bad.
The water softener salt.
We don't. We use Russian salt.
Russian salt.
It's a rock salt.
Okay.
I don't know why they call rock salt, because it comes from rocks. I don't know. Some times ago, maybe there was the sea.
Right. So kind of like Himalayan salt, maybe.
Yes.
So
change it. The experiences change again.
So, I know that when we were making ormus, we were using Dead Sea salt, which is very mineral concentrated. So I would think for food GANs especially, a salt that is making, now maybe if you're making the salt, you're making the GANs for a Magrav unit, maybe just a basic salt would be okay, but maybe a little.
Of course, even the sea salt, seawater.
Seawater, yeah. For
Magravs,
it's okay.
Don't make things complicated.
Right.
But if you want for food GANs, I would suggest pure salt, because if you want to, your attention is something bring from the Dead Sea salt, from or Himalayan salt, yes, take it. If you want to, just do it. If you want this mineral from the salt, yes.
Right. Okay. Cool. Interesting. Use pure salt. Let it settle for a few minutes.
Yes, because
just to solve water with water, and then let them settle down, and then.
And so again, it's 30 grams of salt to 1 gram of water. And I guess people that are on other forms of measurement can look up what that difference is, what it would be in cups and spoons and all of that.
Mm-hmm.
Filter it with a coffee filter. Interesting.
Coffee filter is very good.
It's very good, yeah. It's very fine.
I'm trying to filter it now. All my GANs with coffee filter, even the metal GANs.
Interesting.
Because I think it's 300 mesh still.
Right.
300 mesh. It means really, really nanomaterials. Really nanomaterial.
So when you say you're filtering it with a coffee filter, is this a paper coffee filter or a metal coffee filter?
The plastic one. If you will take the paper filter, you really will keep everything in the coffee filter. If you want to make the powder of it, yes, you can do it.
Okay.
The plastic, there is in coffee machines, there is a plastic one, then you put a paper one.
Okay.
You keep 200 or 300 grade mesh.
Okay.
If you somebody will understand 200, it's from tea, for the tea, at minimum for the tea.
Right. Oh, right. It's like a tea filter. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. And so you filter even your literal, the cloudy part of your GANS also, not just the water, but everything.
Yes, you will filter it. You will see it will go still through. If you will get these GANS, it will be difficult to filter it later. It will keep everything on in the filter. But if you just finish your work, just go filter it.
Okay.
If you make metals, you can everything what is big, you can throw away or use someone else.
Pieces, yeah.
Big pieces. It's not easy to keep it. They are big. But for GANS, there is many other steps.
Okay. And how to run your GANS making system. Wire with crocodile clips. Power source.
Solar panels.
Any with little current. Like a battery, like the sun, or what is this thing on the bottom?
The power supply.
A power supply.
Yes, you can use the phone charger, but we don't want this put in the public in YouTube. So after somebody will use this charger and say it's you said you had to use a phone charger, they burn my house. You see?
Oh, okay.
So that's why I don't suggest. Be careful with this. Yeah.
That's very good to know.
In your home, you'll go away. Don't charge phone charger. No, not just.
So where do you get a power unit like what you have on the bottom? Where does something like that come from?
Just the internet. Just put power supply.
Power supply.
DC, AC power supply.
And when you're using a battery, can it be a battery that's been used up in a flashlight, or does it need to be a new battery?
Flashlight. It's AA. AAA.
But I mean, can it be a battery that has already been used? So maybe the flashlight won't turn on anymore, but there's maybe a little charge left in it, or no? Should it be a new battery?
Because there is too much amperage in the battery. For example, it could be 800 milliamperes, could be 1,200 amperes, it could be 2,000 milliamperes. But what it means? It means if you have, for example, 200 milliamperes, it's 2 amperes. It's
okay.
4 times more we need it.
Okay, so you're using a battery that maybe has already been partly used, right?
You can use the new one also if you understand. If you take carbon stick, take little material, you can take maybe 4 cells, 3 cells.
Okay.
Make the GANS. Don't make it in one jar. You can make it in 3 jars simultaneously.
So when you're using the sun, are you using a solar panel?
Yeah.
Solar panel.
Okay. So you have the seawater or the water, salt water, the carbon stick, your electricity, and your metal plate.
Yeah.
Graphite. Exactly.
Any little current.
Yeah, it's very important to people understand that we don't need a large piece of metal or large piece of carbon. We can make very good GANS with small.
Okay. People have asked if you could use a pencil, but isn't that lead and graphite?
Could be lead, could be clay, could be everything to make softer, harder.
Okay. But I mean, could you use a pencil to make in place of the carbon rod?
As I said, there is clay, could be some ceramics, could be some materials inside it.
Right.
To make pencil harder, softer for the artists.
So that's not good for food GANS.
In emergency situations, this is very good.
What was that?
No other solution.
In emergency situations, it will be very good, almost perfect. In emergency situation.
I'm not understanding.
In an emergency situation.
In an emergency situation, a pencil would be very good. Oh, very good. Okay, thank you. Very good. And so
Because
here,
when you have a choice, you can choose what material you use. When you are situation without choice, you take what you have.
beautiful. Thank you. Very good.
This is yes, little story. I was in Spain. I was looking for the eagle for the make to
Shaving.
shaving
Shavings. Uh-huh.
shaving the needle. You know this expression. It's very difficult to find like needle in
The grass.
the grass.
Right.
I was testing it. No, it's false. You can find it. I was in Spain. I was looking for needle with my friend. I said, "Some time we will need to time to find needle on the road." It took maybe 2 hours.
Ah.
Yes.
So what do we have here? So we have a thick paper with a regular soft pencil.
Yes, we can make a little resistor like current is too much. You can, but you need to find good paper like cardboard. Something is when you draw it with your pencil, or you take just graphite rod, you put flat and just draw it on the top of the paper till you will get the connection. It's the graphite on the top.
Wow, and that will make the connection.
It will make the connection, and similarly also some little resistance because it will not very well cover the paper.
Interesting.
It works also, but you need to be patient to find good paper.
Hey, and so
Also works very well. Take small lead. If your current is too fast, take small lead. 2, maybe 3. If you have too much, add more.
so you have one end still connected with each unit in the jug but then you have them going out to connect to.
It's like that works like batteries. You need to put them in series.
Right. Okay. So that LED is just a light bulb that's not connected to anything, right?
So because this is the hot wire, the red wire, the plus one. You put just the plus and continue. It becomes like minus. You need to think the second will go again the plus.
Okay.
You always go from plus to minus and minus to plus.
Okay.
Series.
Okay.
Keep in your stick and other tools. I saw a lot of pictures, people making the GANS, they don't think about the conditions where they're making the GANS. Not only the conditions, what is inside the jar, but the conditions what is around you. It's very important, very messy, very not clean. Keep everything clean, even your materials, keep it with your white vinegar, keep it with your baking soda, clean everything, keep your GANS in sunny, nice place. More, it's like a
baby.
Like a baby, take like a baby. More
Okay.
you will take, more it will respond.
Beautiful. Keep it clean. Keep your area clean. Nice.
Your baby.
And this back here, what we're just talking about, it's a little bit over my head. So we're saying instead of going to a battery, you would use this cardboard or this paper that has the graphite pencil on it, or you would use the LED light instead of a battery, right?
No. That's what this makes resistance. It will, LED will use the electricity from your battery.
Right.
But if you put you have the 1 ampere, you have 4 amperes. Each LED have 2 ampere of usage. If you put in your battery to LEDs, they will use the maximum of your battery. So they will still be bright enough. If you will add third or fourth, they will still split up this chain, and the current they will give still for this 3, but the brightness will be less.
Oh, so you're reducing the charge coming from the battery by adding this into your chain.
Because this is the amperage what they're consuming. They like the amperage.
Okay.
They like electricity.
Okay. So what would be helpful to me in these pictures would see where all the rest of it goes. You know, it's because to just look at this one section because I'm not electrical. I get a little lost.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay. That would be one thing that would be helpful. Just, and I know there's probably a lot of other people like me.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So just that one place, it would be helpful to see one more slide showing, okay, where does this then connect to give you the whole picture.
Mm-hmm.
We will anyway, everything will do differently now.
Yeah.
We will upgrade this information.
Because now we see where is the questions and where is the
Right.
understanding, so we
Right.
can update it.
Litha
Cool.
said if she have the time, she would write a book about this.
Yeah, I want.
Yeah. That's wonderful. It's wonderful. Cool.
Lot
Okay.
of talk about this.
So you can add more oxygen by adding an aquarium air pump and cover the jar with plastic. Oh, nice. I add the aquarium pump, but I don't usually cover my jar. So
Yeah,
that's
so
nice.
keep the carbon gas. You can keep everything in the jar.
Oh, that's great. Great idea. And you can add more oxygen by adding aquarium air pump, cover with plastic, and then putting it in the sun. Beautiful. Because that's really plasma energy, right? Anyway, right?
Sun is very, very powerful.
Yes.
When we made our atelier workshop, there was really very, very sunny day. And GANS was completely different when they was at our home.
Beautiful.
big surprise.
We take sun very, very granted.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it's like
Don't cover up, don't don't overrun your GANS production, or it will be more heavy GANS. So
yeah, fast, but it's kind of too long. It's following too much. Yeah, for batteries is good. For technical, it's good when you have a stickier GANS, or but when you for the, if you can say, for consumption.
for the food GANS.
More oxygen.
Okay. Beautiful. How to wash your GANS. Wash as many times as you need, at least 4 times. Keep the GANS water for other different applications. So you decant off the salt water and fill it with new clear water. Now, I usually pour mine off, but I have a friend who always siphons his off, and that's very nice because then he's not stirring up anything in the bottom.
Yes, you can two different ways. This is just
right.
Just if you're not sure that it's too salty inside, if you use safe GANS, you can just taste the water. You
right.
feel it's salt or not.
Right.
From iron, little copper, not do nothing bad.
Right, and so then once you have it, you have the water clean, then that is water that you're going to use for drinking or adding to food or whatever.
You have salty water with copper or iron. I think again, maybe you can use in bath again.
Use it in the bath, right?
You can, when you buy in the shop this salt for bath, it's plenty of minerals. If you go inside, you can see you have every element that you need. You don't need anymore. You can make it at your home. Every element at home. Everything can make it.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So you can filter so use it in the bath, use the salt water. You must have buckets or gallons that you just fill up with that. I just have like, okay, where am I going to put the seawater today? And sometimes I just take it and dump it in the ocean to help
Also very good solution.
Pardon?
Very good solution.
Yeah, beautiful.
Yeah.
So you can filter your GANS with tea filter.
Yeah.
For drying your GANS, use coffee filter or another fine mesh filter. So tell us why you would dry your GANS.
It's much more easier to store them.
If you're making the metal GANS, you will later put in a different like transition liquids like oil or acetone or some other solutions. There is many other solutions for nano coating. You can nano coat your glass. You can nano everything now. You're making nano materials at your home now. You can see what you can create from your GANS. Think and look in the nature. Maybe you can bring something on your table, something what you can create from it. You need to look what you can do it. Dry GANS. There's different applications. Like for agriculture, you can make sure there's no salt inside. You keep this powder for agriculture. Also, you can keep in the dry version. Not only you need the water. So store. Just don't need to store. Also, is very good to travel with dry GANS also.
So to store, and then there's many uses such as using it in the garden and various other uses. But you said you don't actually eat the GANS itself, so you wouldn't eat the GANS powder, right?
No, it's not. It's especially when it's made with electrolysis, they're very strong, very energetically. There's no doubt.
Right.
She drink once too much. They drink like don't think too much. She felt very energetically.
It was
very like.
It was too much. It was too much. Yeah.
So basically, you would take the powder, and if you wanted to create GANS water from it, you would rehydrate the powder. But this gives you a way, as you're making it, to store it and have different kinds.
Yes, you can mix later with water again. Just do
Perfect.
Or you can mix with oil. This dried GANS you can mix with oil.
Coconut
but if
oil.
it is with water, you can't mix them with oil.
And then what do you do with it in oil? Would you use it on a cut, or would you?
Start yet, but
Yeah, we will show everything about it. Not complicate. We will show and explain. Nothing will stay hidden. We will explain really beautiful things.
Okay. There is so much to learn here. We're just in the baby stages of.
She wants to write the book. She not have time for it.
Yeah. How to clean your carbon stick.
By vinegar.
Oh, I love this.
This is very easy, very good. With white vinegar, keep it, and just baking soda.
A clean glass dish with white vinegar, leave for a few moments. And then do you add baking soda to that vinegar water or to separate water?
No, it's the same.
Same water. Neutralize with baking soda, wash with clean water, dry with a paper towel, polish it with a scrubbing pad till it starts to shine, ready to use. Oh, that's beautiful. I don't do all that work in between mine. That's really good.
Polish it, you will see it will start shining like metallic, chromy, black. It's really beautiful. Imagine if you're there mountains. If you take the microscope, you will see the mountains on your graphite rod. You don't need mountains. Just make the more flat the carbon. Take the shape of the natural. Imagine carbons and the mountains are hexagonal. Everything is. You make more flat, it will make more conductive. You will see more small bubbling from flat.
Nice. And you are using your carbon rods. They last a long time, right?
Very, very long time, yeah. Just try to don't break them.
They are fragile.
Try not to break them. So this is, again, clean dish, white vinegar, leave it a few moments, neutralize with baking soda, kind of a repeat of the same thing.
Maybe the same, yeah.
Yeah, same.
Just picture.
Yeah, this looks like a nice little repeat. So materials, metals, carbon stick, carbon wire, water, salt, pH meter, jars, crocodile wires, nano-coated. So you nano-coat your crocodile wires.
If you, with the time, it will not nano-coat itself.
In time it will nano-coat itself. Interesting.
Just recognized a few days ago I was opening the plastic one with the current, with the time, it's nano-coat itself.
Okay, beautiful.
Don't waste your time for it.
It works very well.
Okay, aluminum or zinc foil, cling film, aquarium air pump, strainers, pegs. What are the pegs for?
Just to keep
metal. Like your clips, right? Like a
yeah.
Those are like your clothespins or some kind of a clip.
Mm-hmm.
LED light or resistor if needed, wooden or plastic stick. Oops. Filter, funnel, scales, white vinegar, baking soda, scrub pad, good mood. Beautiful. Beautiful list. And someone could make a screenshot of that list or download this document at Living Plasma Feeding at Facebook, which is your page.
Yeah.
Great. So let's go on to the next one. I'm really hungry now. So now I want to know how to make liquid plasma food. Liquid Plasma Kitchen, how it is made step by step, version 3, with hydrochloric acid, caustic soda, and baking soda. Look at these beautiful, beautiful pictures. Materials. Shall I read through this list really quick?
Yeah, but everybody can find this document.
Yes. Okay, so let's just go ahead and look at our pictures. So we have...
Okay. It's very, very important to smash everything to the maximum at the standard level. We can do this physically. We do it chopping with knives. We can do it with mouse. We can differently, just squeezing it. But we need to make it small as possible. Of course, we can use these bigger pieces. Some people like Caroline, she wants to show to put the big pieces and around it, put it on water. She in making the field of it. Yes, it works also. It's just different method.
Great.
But if you think you have one candle light. Imagine if you lit 100 candle lights.
Beautiful. So you like really blending it up, and you might do this in the blender or the food processor, or like you said, chew it. But
blends will blend it, of course, but you never will blend enough. It's small because you imagine the particles become the blender bigger and bigger and bigger. So not touching. Just
but for the moment we are blending.
It's very important to blending. That's why I say I told need to blend, because if you're getting smaller, for the particles, blender will get bigger and bigger, will not touch them anymore.
Okay.
So you put acid in it.
And where do you get that acid?
Almost in every shop, in every food shop you can buy it. It's 23%
solution.
Yeah, maybe on the.
It's not very concentrated, but
I've never even heard of it. So you're in the acid, is it HCl or it's hydrochloric acid, and you can buy
in your stomach. You never heard about it. It's in your stomach.
So you can buy a liquid solution of hydrochloric acid at like a health food store, or
it's normal grocery store.
Normal shop.
Normal grocery store? I'm going to go look in the United States. I don't know.
Look where every chemical solutions
for the home.
For the home, for cleaning or.
Okay, chemical solutions for the home. Okay, good. That's helpful.
I suppose you can get more easily in North America, like in Europe, especially in France. I think in France is more control for chemicals. But as I see more people who is working on online and YouTube channels, they're sharing their videos. They all time sharing it. They bought this, I bought this. I can buy the solutions. It's so easy. Like they thought, bought this 100% sulfuric acid. They're not 100%, but it's very, very strong acid. You will never buy it in France, and just like that.
Okay. Yeah, I've never even heard of it, but I've never gone out and looked for it either. So I'm hoping that I'll go out and look in the United States and I'll report back. But I'm sure, I know that they have HCl at the health food store, but I'll look and see if it's in the cleaning.
This is very, very basic chemical.
Okay.
Like sulfuric acid. Have to be.
Okay. But sulfuric acid is different from HCl, right?
Yeah, I don't suggest for the Food GANS. There is sulfur inside.
We choose hydrochloric acid because it's natural in our stomach. So.
Okay.
So when it comes with bicarbonate, baking soda, it will neutralize this acid.
Right.
To the salt water. That's the beauty of it.
So far, all you've done is take these apples and blend them in the kitchen blender. And then it says add to up to 100 milliliters of HCl, a 23% solution. Mix the solution well. The solution will be very acid. You add it in like a bowl, stir it into the, maybe with a plastic or wooden spoon into the apple.
Be very careful. Use gloves, use your aprons, use everything for protecting your. Even if you want to be 100%, even your glasses.
Okay, so
acid.
So be very careful. Wear protective eyewear, aprons.
Be careful.
Yeah. Gloves.
Be careful. There is pot pans, there is acid, there is everything. Be just careful. Make sure gloves and aprons and do it.
Okay. So now keep your jar on heater in water bath. And here you use zinc CO2 GANS water. For 1 hour, mix it as often as you can. Control the temperature between 37 to 38. If you overheat more than 40 degrees centigrade, you can split more ingredients and get more carbonates and further process. So is this on the stove, or is this on like warm on the stove, like the lowest heat or something?
It's an electric plate.
An electric plate, but a very low heat, right?
Very low.
So you do that for an hour and you stir it as often as you can.
On almost all electric plates, it will be just the beginning. Just pull that's your electric switch.
Right. Electric plate.
Yep. Keep just there. Just start heating. That's it.
Okay, and then when you start to see the pH change in the solution, it will become more liquid as it was before. It's time to add the baking soda step by step, or NaHCO3. Is that right? Is that baking soda?
Yeah.
Put it back to heating plate and water bath and keep temperature. So when you add the baking soda, are you adding it, let's see, are you adding it as a powder or as a liquid?
As liquid, like solution, yeah.
Liquid solution. And this is all kind of general amounts. It's not some really exact measurement, right?
No, you don't need exact measurements because
you will see this reaction.
Because
okay,
when you start making like the food GANS or whatever else, if you take something like herbs, you will not need so much put this acid. We keep as much minimum you can. Still
okay.
Keep liquid to mix it. Not just make like a pottage something. Keep still liquid, but don't too much because you will need too much baking soda as well.
Got it. Okay.
Very chemical basic reaction. If you have more of this, you will need to add more of this to get the salty water.
Okay, so I can hear the raw food people say, "Why are you heating it?"
Heating just because temperature and mixing. There's two things that speed up the reaction.
Okay.
Right.
So heating is just for.
I will answer very not very good question.
It's a scientific answer.
Very grounded question. I will ask these people, what do you think when you eat your raw food? How do you produce in your stomach? Your cold fusion stomach, something
you
like
expose it to hydrochloric acid, and your body is very warm.
No, it's not very warm.
Your stomach is in 76 degrees. When you start, I don't understand this thinking of raw food eating.
But I mean, that's what you're heating this to. You're really just heating it to more of a little above body temperature, right?
You will heat anyway. When you eat raw food eaters, they will eat in the stomach. In 10 minutes, he will have 40 degrees almost.
Okay.
I don't know. You're eating this or this, anyway it will boil up to the 36 degrees. Anyway, there's no way it's escape. You can and will be in acid, and it will be in acid, chloric acid. No way, it will be in a chloric acid. It will split up. This is the procedure what the nature do. It split everything small species. Plus, stomach, it turns the food also. It turns around like mixing all the time.
So the body's digestive process is literally turning the food into nanomaterials, and you guys are kind of duplicating that process.
Yeah.
Exactly. But everything what's going on in your stomach, it will create in your outside of your stomach. You will understand it. You will see reactions. You take your like beetroot. You will put beetroot.
And where does the baking soda come in? Is that what the pancreas does or something? I mean, where does that?
Yeah, how you call it? This place in English.
It sort of neutralizes the acid.
Yeah.
Yes.
There is a lot of carbonates in this juice, so it's nitric acid.
Lot of carbonates.
Lot of carbonates.
Lot of.
And it's the reason why we use baking soda, because it's
natural.
It's very
natural.
common, yeah.
Okay. This is so exciting hear you explain this. It was not, it's like I've written and asked questions and I just couldn't quite figure it out. So to have you go through it step by step is just fantastic.
Yeah, because the second after the stomach, it will neutralize and everything, almost everything, it will take already from it. There. Not in your intestines. In intestines, the process will continue of fermentation. Some bacteria will add it in, and because it's intestines, it's like the big intestine is like your second brain. It is your second brain that thought, I am very hungry, I want to eat something.
Right.
This is your second brain, this impulse.
The large intestine is like the second brain, yes.
Your brain reacted to this information. Your brain starts visualizing what you need, what you want to eat. Maybe some fruits, maybe some vegetables, maybe courgette, maybe this. To start analyzing this. This is very good point when you stop. Will not eat. Maybe we'll make GANS and then we'll try to eat from this water. Maybe your intestine will accept it.
Right. So the bridge that I want to make here is to help people understand why food GANS, why liquid plasma feeding. And the idea is outside of the body, you're doing the same thing with the food that would be done inside of it. And then you're making a solution, a plasma solution of that. And then by adding water to it and consuming that water, it's carrying that vibration or that resonance within it. And we're literally getting the food in a much lighter way. Right?
You don't need to digest anymore. You will drink it with water. It will absorb straightly. You have under the lung, underneath, you have the two pockets. They are very sensitive, like around your teeth. It's very sensitive places. It's very now that when you take the drugs for medicine, it will absorb all your mouth, and you have very good connection with nervous system to your brain. It will already make inform your brain. You are eating it, you are tasting, you are feeling it. It will. That's why I said it will coming everything naturally. Yes.
Cool. All right. So let's see. You have to make the NaOH solution, 100% solution. Take a small heat-resistant jar. Fill it with distilled water.
This is when you do this caustic soda, very strong. It will create very big reaction. It's very interesting. Maybe something is interesting inside, but like I did this when I work with when you have big fibers like wood, like from the wood, something we need to very split. You're not very concerned about the properties of the like vitamins, like proteins. You don't care about it because it will burn. Caustic soda can burn up to 180 degrees. But what can survive? Like proteins, like vitamins, no vitamins survive in this production. So if you can use this method to split up a lot of fibers. If you need something get from the fibers, you can use like for materials. This is
not
good.
for food, but maybe for
baking
batteries.
soda is the best. You will never go too much in alkaline. It will stop to max 9. it will be overdosed because they can't. It's 100% soda is 9 pH. So it will be 8 around, and this is the perfect condition to continue your electrolysis. Yes. Just a little bit salt in it.
So in this document, it's a little bit old version. We started with caustic soda, but now we use only baking soda. Only baking soda.
Oh, so
GANS, we don't use caustic soda anymore.
So this is an old piece of information here. You don't use, you just use the HCl and the baking soda, and we can just skip this part because you're not using the caustic.
Use caustic soda if you, like Arvis said, if you want to get nanomaterial from bark, for example, because bark is very, very hard material.
Okay, so if it's a material like bark that needs more digesting or more breaking down, then you would use this step that is the caustic soda. But for a softer food like an apple, like we've been working with, we don't really need this step.
Especially if you have greens.
Or
you don't use a lot of acid.
If you for the greens, like you take some herbs, maybe you can even skip this acid baking process. Very, very, very good blended and put in electrolysis.
Like spirulina, we didn't make spirulina with acid. We put it directly to electrolyze.
They are in molecular level only.
so the spirulina, when you made greens or spirulina, you just used the HCl and the baking soda. You did not use the NaOH, right?
Cook a little bit, just 1 spoon. It will multiply all day with the electrolysis.
Oh, so you're saying you did use just a little bit.
Just take 1 spoon. If you take on 1 liter the spirulina, 1 liter of water, you can take just 1 spoon of spirulina. It's enough. Don't need so much. You need this information. There's a lot of information already inside. You will add more information inside, so you need to overdose everything. Just because
So you're saying you only need 1 spoonful of spirulina to a liter of water, but are you saying you do need the caustic soda solution with it or not?
No. Don't need absolutely.
Okay.
Just direct in the salty water and start your electrolysis.
Because it's already in powder.
Yes.
So did you not even need the HCl and the baking soda with the spirulina? No. You just added it to your GANS-making process.
You can try it for to test it if you will, like pollen. I still did it with acid. I still did it with acid. I was checking out this because I found out they is especially used for pollen, this acid, to open membranes of pollen, to open these all particles, all these minerals inside to analyze it. They can't access this pollen if you don't break this. That's why I need this acid. I just can't leave it to break through the membrane.
So with the pollen, you did use the HCl and the baking soda so that you could release all of the elements inside the membranes.
That's why we need this.
But if I was making something out of wheatgrass powder and spirulina, and I would just add those directly to the GANS, the zinc GANS-making process without taking them through the HCl baking soda process, right?
It's your choice. You can do it both.
Do it either way. Okay, good. And maybe experiment.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yes, to understand. Maybe some say it will be. Maybe somebody will find some third version.
Yeah, good. So this is completing this section on the right, seeing the pH changes. If you are using a heavier food and you want to add the caustic solution to it to break it down further. And then you finish that with baking soda again. And you check your pH to make sure it's about 7.5. And then you'll see layers.
And
Yeah.
then we start
Washing, yes. Okay.
Washing. This is beautiful. I have made some food GANS and it's beautiful. I only made it with, I actually added caustic to it because that was all I knew at the time, but it's still very beautiful.
This is the same. Litha started making food GANS with caustic soda, and I was very skeptical. I said, okay, Litha, try it to do it. I was having a lot of work to do it in meantime, so I let it.
It's still here, my first food GANS.
Right. You know what? I made some with a shark's tooth because I managed to find one down here, and goat's milk, and then I made some other with eggshell because I'm kind of wanting to heal my teeth and maybe even grow some new teeth. So I thought, well, you know, what would be the good elements for that? So I made it just with caustic, and it's really beautiful. I just have it rinsed in a jar. I've not ever tried taking any of it.
I will tell. I will very simple recipe for toothpaste. Take coconut oil,
Right.
baking soda, mint, peppermint essential oil,
Right.
and the sugar from Spain. Stevia sugar.
Yeah.
Stevia sugar, and the GANS water. You can put a little bit dry zinc also in it. No problem. It will make stronger your teeth.
Because zinc is antibacterial and it's good for mouth.
Little bit zinc you can put in your toothpaste, no problem.
We are using such kind of toothpaste already 2 years now.
Wow.
It's wonderful. No need for dentist.
Right. Yeah, well, I'm wondering, I have a lot of healing that needs to happen in my mouth, so I was thinking of making some food GANS that would help, you know, nourish the possibility of growing new teeth.
Yes, that's what, yeah.
So you can use maybe dried GANS and mix them with coconut oil and then do this oiling.
Polishing.
Yeah.
Just take for 20 minutes, just take this oil in the mouth and
also
go around and don't swallow it.
Great idea. I like that. Very good. Very good.
They do all day in Asia. They just the coconut oil, just washing their mouth.
Right.
You find a lot of information. You just
in India,
oiling.
They got a lot of
Adding a little GANS to it is a great idea, though. Too, I like that.
Perfect.
So we just have different food GANSes here that are settling, right? These are beautiful.
Yeah.
Do you know what this is on the right, the lower right? That's all white.
White. It was. What it was?
Oh, it
was eggshells.
Oh, interesting.
Eggshells. Yeah.
Nice. And then let them settle and filtrate solution from each jar through the kitchen strainer.
Deposits you can use for your garden. Just wash out the soap.
Nice.
When the first, it comes from the first deposits you can use for your garden, but in the second time when you finish your electrolysis and you filter it in the the mesh or some other fine mesh, you will get fine powder. You can keep this powder dry for using later. You put in some other like a coconut oil, as I said.
Nice.
Or not coating other than oil.
Look at these beautiful settling food GANSes. Just gorgeous.
Yeah, it's just different stages of.
My stomach is already plenty.
Plenty. just
looking.
Yeah, beautiful.
So this white one was made from bone.
Wow. This is from the bone.
It was really like a snow.
Amazing.
We made specially for our neighbor who has
two big dogs.
We wanted to make a bone GANS.
Oh, that's beautiful. And are the dogs healthy?
No, we broke a bottle. So we have to repeat this process. No, we will try again.
This is Actually, this is the almost the last meat what I be eating, and like really meat, big on the plate. It was quite a long time ago.
Good. That is awesome. Yeah.
Breast, fish, some tuna fish, but well,
Beautiful. People ask me if we're really supposed to be vegetarian, and it's just I think it's something you grow into when you raise your frequency.
We always say if it's coming naturally, it's okay, but you can't press your body.
That's right. Exactly. It has to be a natural process.
The meat I would do. No problem. No, without any blink of eye, I will go to the shop and eat if I wish. But no, I don't feel this for the moment. So I just too happy as it is.
Right. So this is your lemon GANS.
It's not a start, maybe, no? Yeah, it's page 4 already. Okay.
That's the beginning there.
Okay. Yeah.
And so
process is the same. What we already went through baking soda method. Just here we add electrolysis before you wash your GANS. So we did the same process.
Right.
We did before with baking soda method. And no, this is electrolysis. This is electrolysis next.
So this one you added, I'm reading here, it says you added the HCl to it. You blended the lemons in the blender. Now, did you blend the peel and everything, or did you peel part of it off?
Everything together.
No,
because in a peel there is a lot of pectin, which is very, very useful for different vegetarian recipes.
Right.
It's very useful stuff, pectin.
So you let it sit with the HCl. Again, people can download these documents at Liquid Plasma Feeding at Facebook.
Lemon is very, very interesting for you to look at it for health, especially for very big health issues. Don't mention the names. Don't mention the names.
I didn't understand what you just said.
Because the pectin is very good properties for the health benefits.
For the what?
Health. Pectin, the white one in a lemon.
White part in a lemon.
Right, is good for the body.
Yes.
Good for body, yeah.
Yes, for the body.
Keep it simple.
For the body, and it's for good for marmalade. This is what it makes marmalade. The pectin, the white one.
Right.
More sticky.
Right. Very good.
Like a jelly.
Now, I hate to say it, but it looks like you're making cookies here and you're going to make everybody hungry, but I know that's not what this is.
No.
So tell us what this is.
So I made just a small balls. I can use like for agriculture, like a compost.
So you filtered the GANS, you filtered a food GANS, and then you dried it until it was more like a putty, right?
Now this first one with little balls it is a first deposits when you filter before electrolysis.
Okay.
Before.
Oh, so you filter the food GANS before you do the electrolysis, and then you're showing us what you're using.
Yeah.
What filtered out is this more pulpy stuff, and you just partially dehydrate it until it's sort of like putty, and then you make the balls out of it, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And then you do just put one of those around a plant or whatever?
Yeah. Because normally, I don't know how much people doing compost at home.
Right. Are you still there?
All the peels from potatoes, from carrots. You can make your own compost.
So you're making GANS to make your compost, kind of, right?
composite all this. Yeah, you can use it directly to say to your garden.
So rather than just adding the potato peels to the garden, you are turning them into
small particles and
the nanoparticles first with the HCl and the baking soda, and then you're straining it, and then you're going to take the rest of that and make electrolysis food GANS out of it.
Yeah.
But first, you take the pulp and turn it into something for the garden. Brilliant.
Just wash salt out of these deposits because there is a lot of salt inside.
Right. Okay.
You always have to keep in mind what is in your jar.
So how do you wash the salt out of this pulp that you made? Just
add a lot of water and wash like you wash your normal GANS.
Okay. Perfect.
Because it's normal, it's osmosis. Yeah, salt will every time will try to find a balance.
Right. And then this lower right here, put electrolysis with nano-coated copper and zinc in prepared.
It's a solution that you have after filtration.
Right.
So already homogeneous solution, and then you can start your electrolysis with carbon stick and zinc.
Amazing. Amazing, amazing. And then once you do that, you would add, just like you do to the other jars, you would add a carbon stick, your electrolysis, and your zinc to this, and then you're literally making a GANS solution because it has salt water in it.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Cool. All right. After electrolysis, you have to
add salt because there is already salt in this solution.
Got it.
You don't add salt.
I'm trying to remember, like, how did you, I sort of missed that. Like you said, there's already salt in the solution. So basically we took an apple, we blended it, we added HCl to it, then we added baking soda to it. When does it get added to a saltwater solution? Next?
Yeah, because acid reacts with baking soda and you get salt and CO2 gas and water.
Oh, so you don't even have to add salt water to it. It makes its own.
No, you
normally not, but Arvis always put something more.
No, you need put more.
So you add salt water to it. So you're making a liquid solution with your processed food, and you're adding it to salt water.
No, you need to still really add a little bit salt. It was not enough. It was bad electrolysis. Not enough. You need.
But you will see it when you connect your rods. You will see.
It's salty water, but little bit, 10 grams maybe per liter. You need to add it.
Okay, so are you adding just salt to it, or you're adding salted water to it?
Because be careful, because if you start check pH. Don't start to make your food GANS and electrolysis if it's still acid. It's
okay.
You will throw away your food very quickly. So because zinc will not produce an acidic level. It will you turn over your food GANS.
So do you want it to be at least 7.5, or you want it above that?
Over 7, yeah.
Over 7.
Over 7.
Add a little bit salt, extra salt in it. It's no problem. You use later the salt water for your bath, whatever. It's not so bad. You just wash later your GANS and
So the extra salt, you're adding extra salt to that and it will make it more alkaline, or adding extra salt water to it and it will make it more alkaline?
Electrolysis.
For get better current flow.
Yes.
Get better current flow.
If there is not enough salt, there is no electricity.
So again, I'm trying to understand, you're adding salt water to that apple that's already been through the HCl, the baking soda process, or are you adding just salt to it?
Mm-hmm. But salt you need just for electrolysis.
Okay, so you're adding salt water or just salt?
Salt water.
Salt water, okay.
Salt water, but
very concentrated.
when you start neutralizing with baking soda, neutralize it with mixed with water, with liquid, mix it in the water inside it.
Okay.
So if you put directly the powder in your food GANS, it will react with the different colors. It will like too much concentrate.
Right.
The
So you've
colors.
added the baking soda to water already, and you're adding that to your solution.
Smoothly inside, you will see very beautiful reaction. It will fermentize, it will bubbling, it's exploding all the time. And by adding the baking soda water, you will automatically will go to this 1-2 liters anyway from this beginning. So you will have already the liquid enough to start making your food GANS without adding any additional water in it. Just some few, a couple spoons of salt. That's it.
Okay.
When you keep it, everything you keep it. You don't throw anyway. It's just beautiful now. You don't wash everything away. You keep everything. If you're taking the salty water off, you keep it for your bath. You're adding your fresh water. You're using for fresh water. You can split it in million pieces.
Beautiful. So we have here GANS loves to be charged in sunlight and keeps the particles high to help the particles move more freely. So is this GANS that's already been through electrolysis that you're charging in the sunlight?
We see in a picture, you see it's like a little bit cloudy.
Yeah.
From my point of view, this is the perfect GANS water.
Okay.
Almost. You see the tiny particles floating in the sky.
Yes.
You see, they are not. They have space. They each are the stars. They have space to shine.
Beautiful.
This way, the particles getting more stronger because they have their own field to expand. And they together making one big field like we do.
Beautiful. So I love this. The washing water you can use for patches or for bath. It's still got the salt in it.
It's good for patches also because salt is like a carrier. If you put in on the skin, it's very
nice. In for patches.
Yeah.
Do you think that would be optimal over the plain clear GANS water for patches?
I didn't understand.
I wondered if you think it would be better than the clear water, the salt water for the patches.
A little bit different because here is a lot of salt.
You pay attention, there is still salt.
Right.
You're talking about all the time baths. The bath is something's washing away.
Right.
Something is taking away, something is bringing down. Like when you're making your GANS, you put it salt, not just for electrolysis. There is the magic also of salt. It's bringing down something from there.
Right.
So this is the salt. This is his salt nature.
Yes. Beautiful. And then for the foot baths, beautiful. And then here, after the electrolysis, you have to filter the solution one more time again. Try and keep all the deposits in the strainer. This time take the strainer with small holes, tea strainer okay, to get particles as small as possible. You can keep all deposits in strainer, wash them with CO2, and make powder of GANS from last deposits. Nice. And then the powder of GANS can be used for different applications. Mix it with oils or alcohol, add to your soaps or creams, put supplements in your patches, health cups, etc. Very nice. Beautiful. You guys are the GANS making magicians here. Beautiful.
Maybe we were alchemists in previous lives.
Oh, yes, without question. I think you are alchemists in another dimension, in this dimension. You brought it in. So you have to wash your GANS so you get transparent GANS water and nice fine GANS particles settle down in your jar. Also, this fraction of GANS you can use in dried state or still keep them in water with pH of 8. From our experience, not all food GANS has exactly pH 8. It doesn't mean it is wrong. Just keep an eye on it. And so then once you've made this food GANS, you could actually sip on this water. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Yeah.
And then the safe level of pH for human consumption is 8.5 to 9.5 you have here.
Mhm.
And I like this about noting that rainwater is slightly acid. All right. We have just a few more pictures to look at of you guys' beautiful collection here. I know this is long, but I know people are going to get a lot out of it. It's just, people can watch it in segments. It's just so amazing. And this is just a flower of life flute, or?
Yep.
It's our pain pad. No, health pen. Health pen.
Your health pen. Oh, I love it. So you have a wooden tube with a flower of life, and then you have a pen inside of there.
Yeah.
Rock on.
From the November already.
From where?
From November. We made already this in November.
With there's crystal inside also, with the little hole inside.
Can you show?
It's drilled hole in the crystal. I put the CO2 GANS inside it.
Crystal and GANS inside of it.
Yes. Like Austrians did with the big crystals for the macros.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
For the pencil.
Is there a copper coil in there too, or just a?
You can see our video, no?
Okay.
This is the last one. Yeah.
I'll have to look, but it's beautiful. Very lovely idea. So we just have, whatever you guys want to say a little bit as we go by these. So we've got Food GANS being electrolyzed, right?
Yeah.
This is the ginger.
Ginger. And so you like to do each food individually as opposed to together, right?
Definitely, yeah.
Yes.
Then you can feel energy of this particular food.
Because you understand what you are doing in your kitchen, you start doing your raw materials.
Right.
It's like you are like big industry in your kitchen.
So then you might say, oh, I feel like having ginger and apple for breakfast. So I have a little sip of ginger water and apple water, right?
Yeah. So you can mix whatever you want.
You start making your own food.
Yeah.
You develop something new, something never known.
Yeah. What is this? Beautiful. Nickel.
Also very interesting.
Carbon 6.
It's a graphene.
It's very light graphene, yes.
What is it?
I would suggest if people break the carbon rod, don't throw away. You can keep use it as 2 cells. If it's too long, you can still use it. Or you can put another end. You can put another end, so you have 2 carbon sticks in the end.
Oh, nice.
But we do it very slowly. It's very small amperage. If not, it will release a lot of chlorine gas. Smells very bad. We do it in the open air and very well ventilated area. So but you do it slowly. You will have graphene oxide in your bath. It is superconductive material for it's very super transparent material, and so on. It's very. You can read it on Wikipedia. It's very. It's so long to start.
And so you're saying you do what with a couple of carbon rods, and you end up with chlorine in the air?
You put 2 minus and plus carbon rods. Do it with slow amperage.
Oh, minus and plus. Okay, got you. Putting a charge on them. Okay.
Charge both ends.
And would you say that is healthy?
Other metals, it will come down in your bath. It is connection stable.
Oh, and yeah, we're cutting in and out a little bit, but we're good. Let's go ahead. Okay, beautiful. So you're saying do that in your bath, like the 2 carbon rods with electrolysis?
The plus will reduce to the graphene oxide. And graphene oxide is used for nano coating. It is superconductive material. Superconductive, not semiconductor, but superconductive material. there is no resistance, almost no resistance in the when you have the super layer, very thin layer, very just one single layer or few layers, there's almost no resistance anymore. So it's superconductivity because of his hexagonal shape.
Right. So are you saying you did this, you add this to your bath then?
No. For this technical
in a
use.
jar.
This is more for technical
Do it in a jar. And it's interesting because, did you say chlorine was made out of that? Chlorine gas?
It's going
because of
out.
because of salt.
So it's interesting because MMS is a chlorine solution, and it supposedly will get rid of malaria and all these different microorganisms in the body. So there could be some real healing uses to this that we have not.
Small dosages. It is used in the swimming pools everywhere.
Yeah, I think it's really potent. I mean, you have to take really small doses of MMS, or it's just detoxifies the body too much.
Like snake poison, it could be deadly. It could be very healthy.
So, what would be the reason you would do this?
To make graphene oxide, it's probably to make your glass conductive.
Okay.
It will stay almost transparent and will be conductive.
It's very wide use for electronics.
Yes.
Okay.
Today,
you need very, very small pieces, conductive pieces.
For people who is looking for magrams for making now the reactors and everything, and batteries and so on.
Oh, so people who understand things beyond what I understand.
Yes, not for food, it's just for technical people.
Nice.
Don't throw away if you break. That's it. It's very valuable material.
Okay, got it.
No loss. In this production, no loss. Zero.
Nice. Yeah, I love it. And so if you break them, you still have use. Okay, and I'm sure it sounds like there's scientific ramifications to that are beyond my comprehension at this time, but that's okay. So what is this beautiful liquid? Any idea?
It was graphene oxide.
Oh, it was graphene oxide. Wow, amazing. Oh, cool.
Beginning, it's very light, very, very light.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
This is very light. There is so much oxide. It will, if you will settle down with the time, it will settle very, very thin.
Interesting.
This is very light color because when you will do longer time this electrolysis with both carbon rods, it will become more darker with the time.
And you're saying you would not necessarily want to consume the water from that. It might have more other kinds of science. It's more like for a MAGRAV power unit or different uses in that.
Electronics, for some technical applications.
Good to know. Very good to know.
Yes. Don't use this.
Beautiful. Looks like just nice CO2 GANS.
It's more like zinc.
Zinc.
A lot of zinc. Yeah. CO2.
No, it's
not
CO2.
so much
No,
CO2.
it's so much CO2. Everything is okay.
Mm-hmm.
Very light. Beautiful. Oops.
It was.
I realize you might not remember everything, but beautiful pictures.
Lentils, I think it's
Lentils.
Lentils. So would you cook them before you go through the HCl baking soda process?
No, don't cook them.
Don't cook them.
No, just do it with acid, baking soda.
Do you soak them first or no?
But maybe so. Yeah, you can soak them before to make more easy.
Yeah, it's much more easy to blend them after.
Yeah.
Right.
You could keep them in a 35 degree boil this temperature before if you want to.
But basically soak them, blend them, and then put them through the HCl baking soda and possibly the caustic process, right?
There's a lot of proteins.
What was that?
Lot of proteins.
A lot of proteins, yes. Oh my gosh, this is exciting. I am like stoked to see how to do this.
No,
You guys, I know this is a long video. It's probably the longest one I've ever made, but people can make their way through it. I am so excited to be learning this from you two. Thank you so much for all your work. Again, these are not cookies. These are fertilizer balls. Darn, they really look good.
It's your compost. It's your compost.
Today's compost.
Very nice compost.
So it is the pulp that you filtered out of the food GANS making process and then rinse the salt out of and then dehydrated to make like a putty and then make into balls for fertilizer.
Yeah.
I said the company is selling them for the big money.
Oh man, I just want to see chocolate chips in them. No, I'm just kidding.
That's what I said. We really show in the car in the industry. We liberate now this to the people. Now people make their pharmacies, their food, everything at their home.
It's amazing, amazing, beautiful. I love this out in the sunshine, by the ocean, on the solar panel. Simple and beautiful.
Okay. See you.
And
this is the silver spoon.
Silver-plated spoon, yeah.
Silver-plated spoon. It's amazing.
It's 19th century.
Wow. And so what will you use that for?
It's just in show.
Will you use it the way that you might use colloidal silver maybe, which would be, you know, the water part would be medicinal?
Not yet.
Not yet.
You need the reason for what you need it.
Yeah. Well, so when you use those spoons, do they begin to lose their silver coating?
Yes.
Yes, of course. There is no spoon after electrolysis.
Right. Oh.
The jar with the GANS, that's all.
Amazing. Wow. Beautiful.
It's a little bit symbolic. We are giving away our spoons.
Old
Fashion of eating.
I know Dave in Peru is really into colloidal silver, so he made GANS out of real pure silver, and it ended up a really light blue, kind of like the copper does. Very pretty. So interesting. So you think this contains the silver plus maybe a little more of whatever the spoon is made of, or
copper and zinc also, and maybe something else that we need to find some analysis to know exactly what is it.
Nice. And this one, beautiful.
This is a spoon.
This is the spoon
in a process.
Oh, I never would have guessed. That is gorgeous. So in the salt water with electrolysis and with a carbon rod.
You can see,
so many colors coming out of spoon.
Yeah.
So many memories. So many people eat from this spoon.
Oh.
Almost or more than 100 years old spoon.
Beautiful. From the French Revolution, right? No, I think that's longer ago than that.
It was a little bit earlier,
wow, this looks good. What is this?
This is a fat from French cheese.
French cheese.
Yeah.
Made into GANS?
Different.
Yeah, it was just this part on the top.
So
collected all these fats, and it smells really like a real cheese.
French cheese.
Yeah.
Wow. And so you actually put that in the hydrochloric acid and the baking soda and then put it in the GANS water and then dried it out a little to make this. Is that right? Or this is just the food before?
Just we take off from the top because it always stays on the top. So you can collect it very easy.
When it's in the GANS process, you mean?
Yeah.
Yes.
Beautiful. So will you put that in a water to drink some of the water, or maybe use it in?
This we didn't use it after because it was really very very strange smell.
So just a good
But
experiment.
experiment how we can extract these fats
Right.
and keep smell. So it was just for
Interesting.
understanding what we can do with GANS.
So it could maybe make soap or something like that.
Yeah, soap, maybe some cosmetics. Yeah,
Cosmetics, everything.
Different applications.
For your health, for your treatment, for protection, maybe.
Interesting.
Because when we started to make the GANS from French cheese, from Roquefort cheese, there is a lot of penicillin in this cheese.
A lot of what?
Penicillin, antibiotic. It's natural antibiotic coming from this.
Penicillin. Interesting. Natural antibiotic. Beautiful.
So we tried to extract this penicillin.
So maybe for a salve. Salve, like that you put on a wound, you know?
Yes.
Yeah.
Nice.
Because we use French cheese, Roquefort cheese, particularly for our health when we have some infection or something.
It works very well.
Oh, Roquefort cheese. That's how we say it in English. It would be like blue cheese, right? Because it has the mold in it, which is the antibiotic.
And when we made these GANS, they became a little bit pink, purple color.
Dark purple.
And then I found that this penicillinum in an electron microscope looks exactly in this color.
You are such a researcher. That is beautiful. So it turned the color of the penicillin under the microscope. Beautiful. Beautiful.
Unfortunately, we have no access to electron microscope, but it could be very, very interesting to see all GANS under electron microscope. But we can find that I can't imagine, maybe so beautiful geometric forms and everything. But
yes,
it could be very, very exciting.
Yes. So I could see this being the ingredient for a salve or a soap, like an antibacterial something that would be beneficial.
Just the smell is very, very specific.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
And here we have one of your beautiful bottles of GANS water, right?
Yeah, it's salt water, yeah.
Salt water.
First washing.
First washing, yes.
First washing.
And so I wanted to ask you, I've been thinking, since we had a little break here, that the salt water that you would use in a bath or a foot bath, now is that only CO2 GANS water, and some of it has had food processed in it, but only CO2, or would you do the same with your water from the CH3 and the CuO?
Of course, it's your choice. You can play with amino acids also.
Okay.
Yeah, but food bath, but you need you maybe if you want to release something, you can add copper GANS, but otherwise I don't see why you need to do it.
Yeah, I think there's a little caution about using the CH3, the iron GANS and the copper GANS, too much of it on the skin or whatever. So I would think primarily it would be the CO2 GANS that you.
Not only greens, because the iron is also very crucial for our organisms, because iron carrying a lot of very, very crucial amino acids, more than 100 amino acids. There is also chiral molecules in the iron oxide. It is also part of the creation of life. There is lot of good things like hemoglobin also.
So you're saying in the iron GANS, you're saying there's a lot of amino acids and oxides that are beneficial to the creation of life, right?
Very, very, very very rich.
It's a very crucial metal for our life.
You can change the carbon containing in iron. It will change the quality of the iron.
So maybe adding a little of that salt water to a bath, a little of that.
Yeah, it's just a little bit.
Just
water.
a little. Yeah.
Yes, just you need to feel it, because if you feel already so many you have already a lot of energy, you don't need it. It's
Right.
like it's all the exciting. You're drinking more coffee. You don't need it.
Right.
Just look for your balance. If you need to more release or more energy, you need to understand yourself. You can't tell you need this or this. No recipe for this. You
Very
need to
nice.
your specific your needs.
Nice.
Yeah.
And what have we here?
You need to turn around.
No, it's no problem.
Okay. This is from the bark. From the bark, different tree barks like pine.
I'm not understanding. Oh, bark from the pine. Oh, bark from the pine tree. Okay. And so it looks like you blended it or ground it somehow.
Yeah.
Three barks. 3 types of barks.
3 types of bark. Beautiful. And are they barks that you would know to be medicinal or edible or something like that?
I'll send the pictures I took the pictures from those barks.
Okay.
You can edit in. You don't have it here because Litha, she didn't send.
I know that pine is very high in resveratrol, which is...
It's very interesting why I want to show this, because there is the texture. What do I want to show in the texture? Because you need to understand why to use bark. Why you take the bark? Because it is something from what is outside. Something is in protection. Something is between the fields.
Natural shield.
It's natural shield. It's maybe you need to see. Maybe it's in the north side. Maybe in the south side also. Maybe. You need to look for the texture, because it is as above as below. So you need to go in the fractal mode. If you will do this bark, it will go in molecular structure. It will stay the same. All properties will do the same things.
So did you take this bark and put it in the blender?
Exactly. Blend it
very fine. And so did you do that with any water, or just do it as a powder?
I did it in water. Lot of acid. I put it with also with caustic soda. Also, I did this time really reaction.
So you did the hydrochloric acid and the baking soda and the caustic?
Yes, because you need to as maximum to explode to get out of as much of the particles. Because we're not looking this time for the value of like food, like vitamins and protein, because we need for this texture.
Right.
So I finish it with. I finish it anyway with baking soda.
Nice.
Just to balance finish. Then I put it in iron.
Okay.
Iron GANS, not the zinc GANS. Iron, because I was looking something more heavier, something more conductive, more magnetic.
Interesting. And so what is this 61?
It's not 61, you need to turn around this picture.
600.
It's 19.
You need to turn around.
Oh, it's 19. 19, and what is that gauge telling us?
It's amazing. You see, it's just one mass, and it's have polarity.
So it has polarity. It has an electromagnetic charge.
Oh yes, iron can be with polarity when it's magnetized.
And so, what does that mean to you? Tell us. What does that mean?
It means the bark is now conductive, and what I was looking for, maybe you can make a wood surface with protection. Protect the wood, and maybe also make the conductive also. Very interesting too.
So there we can develop some wood pieces with conductive surface.
Interesting. Boy, that opens up a whole world, doesn't it? Let me just say about tree bark, if you're ever taking tree bark from a live tree, you don't cut all the way around the tree. I learned that many years of working in the forest, but only take a patch of it.
No, we just took a little bit.
That's the beauty of this technology. You never need a lot, big quantities. You take a little bit and you grow from it.
Yes.
Because when you use this powder, and we do with some agent like transition material, like oil or some alcohol or water, other type. You need very, very, very fine powder. You need GANS water. When you do nano coating, you do with GANS water. It's very, very crystal. It's you see, it's very almost transparent. Then you nano coat it. It means this this quantity of powder you can nano coat a lot.
Beautiful.
Just like some on.
Some small pieces, yeah, not so much.
Right. So did you actually make, after you made it in the iron GANS, did you actually make a GANS water also? And then you had this left over when you strained it?
Of course, there is very strong smell when you do this. It's like very, very, cellulose smell. Have you been in cellulose manufacture where the cellulose is going on?
Cellulose manufacturer, yes, like yes. Mm-hmm.
Strong smell. It's like acidic.
Mm-hmm.
They do also a lot of washing and the big baths. So
right,
it's almost the same, very strong. So if you do is a very good ventilate area.
Right. Wow, amazing.
Then boiling and react it, because you need this reaction to get us powder. It is actually very, very fine powder.
Interesting. Beautiful. Oops, too fast.
We can see as expected, as iron do, we see that is attracted to magnet.
Mm-hmm.
And it's interesting. The iron always will stay in the outside of the magnet.
Mm.
Because there is different fields going on. You will see the distortion field in magnets. It actually pulls out from the center.
And this is the tree bark on the magnet?
Yes, it puts out and it's still attracted in the outside field.
That is amazing. One quick question. I'm kind of recollecting when you were heating your foods to make GANS out of them at the very low temperature, you were not using metal, were you? Weren't you just using glass?
Glass from the jar?
It seemed like you had glass on when you were heating, or are you heating it in metal when you were?
Yeah, it's a special glass for kitchen.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Pyrex.
Pyrex, yeah. Yeah, like we have a glass cooking pot here that's okay to put on a burner. Yeah. And so that's probably better than metal, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah, because metal can react with acid and
Right.
So use a lot
of course, if
glass.
If you're thinking like in food industry level, you can use food safe stainless steel. Stainless
steel in the food industry, yeah.
It is used in food production. It's very, very, very. This metal is very thin, and because it's not very difficult to oxidize.
Right.
Because the stainless steel is very, very rich of carbon.
Nice. So what do we have here?
It's a mix of different citrus fruits, yeah.
Mm.
Orange and lemon and grapefruit. It's a little bit mixed because I love citrus.
This is one step when I start to slow down the reaction with the caustic soda. I was looking for keep more color.
Beautiful.
The reaction, I was adding the caustic soda very slowly.
Nice.
I'm starting thinking why I need this caustic soda to react so rapidly. I was thinking, why not baking soda? I was using the baking soda for years. With myself, I still sometimes drink baking soda just with the water.
Right.
It's very good for when you have digestive problems. It will make everything
Big bang.
big bang.
Yeah.
Like
So this, so to slow down, to keep more color, you were starting to add the baking soda. Is that right?
exactly.
Yes. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful.
Because
all our blueprints was like when we made something, we put in a blueprint, and then next one was just like a following step. We changed something and we put in the next blueprint. So maybe it's a reason why some people are a little bit confused why we change these methods, but it was just our process how we get result.
Very good. And you've experimented to discover this, so it's wonderful.
interesting the point of baking soda, because when you're adding the caustic soda, it will heat up your GANS. You will overheat more than 40 degrees. It's not.
You can destroy a lot of
ingredients.
Yeah.
There is no way, because caustic soda will react in this way, because it will heat up to 180 degrees. You can imagine what proteins will leave.
Right. So are you thinking? Go ahead. I'm sorry. Finish.
But it's the beauty of baking soda. Contrary, it will chill out the food, but if it will heat up in the GANS production, adding baking soda, like it, if you try just taking this hydrochloric acid and just try to add the baking soda, you will feel like it's like ice on your hand. It will
really cool down.
So if you going up with your temperature, you can slow down also with just baking soda, not just only the acidity, but also the temperature, because you slow down. You see beautiful that our nature, all this in our body.
Nice. So it's kind of an intuitive process that you're doing. It gets to a certain point and you say, oh, this is warm enough. Let's cool it back down. So then you start adding the baking soda.
Exactly.
Because you have to feel what you are doing. You have to feel this GANS and how they feel.
Cooking.
It's like cooking.
Right.
Cooking. It's still cooking. I'm just past on different levels. But this is more and more interesting.
Right. Beautiful. So do you think that with these citrus juices, you added the HCl and then just baking soda, or did you use caustic here too?
For this particularly,
yes. You used caustic.
You did. Would you now, or was that just then?
We don't use it anymore.
Don't use it anymore.
I used today for something. So.
Again, it's the feel of what you're doing, I think.
Yes.
Only if you need to break some resin, like pine cones or something, but contain a lot of resin.
Right.
So,
or as you said, the cellulose on the bee pollen.
Yeah, then you can use a caustic soda, but maybe just a very small concentration, not very concentrated.
Yes.
Okay.
Cool.
Good.
Yes.
What is this?
The
CO2, yeah.
Famous
CO2.
I think
snowflakes.
I think we need to find other name for this.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
This is
pear.
Beer?
No.
Pear. It's not apple. It's pear. No?
A lemon.
And lemon.
No, apple.
On left side, it's apple.
The pear.
Apple, pear, and lemon.
Pear.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Not lemon.
Two of them are pear. And left side is the apple.
Nice.
Because when we wash a GANS, we put in a 2 or 3 jars just to speed up a process.
Yes.
Because if you use just a 1 jar, it takes so long time.
Ah.
So we just try it in several jars and put the water, and then they settle much more quickly.
Nice. Yeah, you got to have a collection of jars to do all this.
Yeah.
Good thing people throw jars away, you know, I mean, it's a great thing to keep.
You can use as well.
Just beautiful.
Yeah, it's very good because you can see what is in a jar. If you use a plastic bucket, you don't see what is in.
Right. And there is your beautiful GANS collection, Food GANSes.
Yeah, different.
Do you have them, they have labels?
Just the handwriting.
No, we just write down just for ourselves, just to remember what is it.
Nice. Very gorgeous. What is the really yellow one on the left, you know?
It's a citrus, yeah.
Yeah, beautiful. How about the dark one?
The dark one, it was a peppermint.
Peppermint.
Wow.
It's strong.
Peppermint made from the plant or from the oil?
From plant, yeah.
Plant.
We have we have a lot of peppermint.
Nice.
So this one maybe was carrot.
Gorgeous.
It's the same citrus.
Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous.
There is a difference. There is a melon and lot of things, yeah.
Nice.
Even lavenders.
Lavender.
Wow. Yeah, so you could make it out of herbs. Go through the same process. If you're doing an herb, like a fresh herb, does that require caustic to break down those fibers?
No.
No, not really, no.
Just look at the structure. If this plant is already very soft, very light in construction, you don't need the caustic soda.
No, because the fiber is very fragile.
Plus, yeah, you take it and put it in the blender, and then you add the HCl and then the baking soda, and then strain it, right? And do your little heating process.
Electrolysis and carbon stick, yeah.
Right.
Job done. You're a free man.
So I'm going to ask you one more time because I didn't fully understand before. So say I've taken peppermint leaves, I've blended them in the blender with water. I have used HCl with them and heated them up, and then added baking soda and cooled it down, gone through your process that you've explained and that is in your PDF that people can download at Living Plasma Feeding, or live plasma feeding.
Liquid plasma.
Liquid plasma feeding. I'm sorry, liquid plasma feeding on Facebook. And then do you add salt water to it when you use the carbon stick and the zinc and the electrolysis?
Yeah, salt.
Yeah, salt or salt water?
Salt water or salt. Depends from water what you have already in a jar.
Quantity, yes, you need to see. More you will get more salt water, you will need more space for clean the salt water. So that's why I said start with small quantities. No mean to take a lot of, just take a small quantity. You'll see you will grow up with this.
Okay.
Because when you break the structure, all particles, they are expanding. So they are changing secret geometric forms also. It's because in an acid, all particles are a little bit pressed. And when you go to alkaline, it opens up and it's expanding. It's very natural process, yeah.
Beautiful. Okay, good. All right. So you're going to look at how much water you have, and you may have enough to just add a little salt to it as opposed to add it, but you'd add a little salt water if that's what you needed to get the right amount.
Yeah.
And what is this?
Stop this. What is it?
Yeah.
Sorry,
This is a CO2
okay.
in the
CO2.
process carbon stick, and there is a zinc plate. You can see
Yes.
zinc.
Using ginger.
Ah, beautiful.
My experience with ginger, because you the color, you think you see real color, it's greenish, a little greenish color, and it's it's picking in your mouth like paper,
Like pepper.
like ginger do, but you don't even not drink. You don't need drink. You just keep in your hands, and you will feel this taste.
Or you just breathe this air from.
Boy, I want to make some ginger GANs. That sounds.
It is difficult to keep the smell. It is difficult to keep the color, but the character you will not lose it. Still keep the character of the GANS.
So it's kind of a balance to keep the smell in it using your process, right?
For smell, it's just with the coconut oil. It's only reason, only solution for the moment.
But you can imagine a lot with this also, because with the taste comes smell and all images.
Because you know how smell ginger.
Yes.
You can.
Yes, it comes naturally.
Just call this memory.
It depends on people how they think, because if some just feel maybe some taste, maybe somebody will not taste nothing or feel nothing, but I think most of people who understand this technology will absolutely feel just from the feel of this taste, so on.
Yes, it's beautiful. I can't wait to make some.
You're energizing a lot yourself.
Yes. Energized a lot. Oh, gorgeous. Beautiful.
Crystals.
Tell about crystals.
It's last week. Last week, I just decided to arrange everything. We throw away our bedroom. We just made like a small workshop now.
Yeah.
I was arranging everything, and it was some things I was forgotten in somewhere. I found this little bucket with this red stuff inside with crystals. But if you will zoom it, you will see the really crystals growing, the white
like
ones.
A small needles.
Oh, I see them, little crystals. I don't know if I can zoom on this screen, but let's see.
There is some other pictures, maybe there is.
Oh yeah, here. Let's see if this one is.
It's not a close-up. It's but you can see they are forming already some structure like a leaf.
Yes. Beautiful. And what was that made of? Something that dried out that was a GANS?
It's dried out just naturally because I was forgetting this is a bucket.
Yeah.
Corner bucket on top, because I have time, as I said, it started many projects in the same simultaneously, and I forget this bucket.
Nice.
And I found this beautiful creation. Still, it's alive. I kept for growing.
Nice. Very nice.
It's one more of ginger.
Beautiful. Living, yummy, delicious.
In the sun, it's floating naturally. That's why I said you need to keep in a jar, keep on the top. It will cause this ecosystem. Imagine what is going on inside, because the water changing all the time the structure, because it's little ecosystem.
Yeah.
Change the geometry, just what is in the bottom, what is on the top. It's not the same water.
Right. So you do sip on the water.
Water is very, very important. It's very beautiful. I love always water. I can drink a lot of water. I can drink 3 to 5 liters per day.
So are you drinking water off your food GANs that much, or do you just take little spoonfuls and add it to your other water?
Yes.
Just a little bit, yeah.
Just a little bit.
Amounts of water, because we don't need, because we work a lot with GANs. You took everything from the fields. Actually, we made it everything. We put it in a box. We don't
don't use them so much because
often,
we are
often. Yes, we just
already changed. I will show you
to play with something. But
I
basically,
don't know. I can show. I can show this one.
I don't know. Can we see?
We can't see now.
Here, let me stop screen sharing. Go ahead. And which
Pollen.
one is that?
Pollen. A little bit.
Olive.
Okay, the pollen.
Pollen.
Pollen. Oh, beautiful. So before it was shaken, you might take just a spoon of that water and add it to your other water, right?
Without shaking.
Yeah, without shaking.
I just want to show how fine particles.
We don't overdose really pollen. You can in real life just taking the pollen. This pollen you can overdose.
Yeah.
But you not.
It's very strong. Yeah.
In pollen you have all you have what you have on planet Earth. The beast marked for us already.
It's already superfood.
It's already superfood.
Right.
What you do is you can, if you take this in your stomach, it will open the pollen membrane will open it itself, so it will take everything that you need.
So
but this is open. You can.
So what do you think that supply you have in that jar is? Would that last you guys a year or more to just take a little spoonful out? Every time you take a spoonful out and it goes down a little, do you just add more water?
We can add some more water and still we can use.
Kelly,
maybe forever.
I just keep it and not. I just keep it now. I feel the taste in my mouth.
Just by holding it.
Just by holding it.
Yes. So you can feed the village.
Definitely.
Yeah. I can taste it just looking at it on the video. Yes, wonderful. Ah, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. What a delightful science to have going on.
It's very fine.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pollen goes through the 400 mesh. Pollen particle goes 400 mesh. It's very, really, really no.
Wow. Okay, we have just a few more. Let's get through the rest of these slides. So this was dehydrated. You have any idea, or does it matter?
Ginger.
What is it? Ginger?
Ginger.
I tried to take this little bit of powder. Smoke the tobacco, just a little bit, some grains in the tobacco when you roll the tobacco.
Right.
Smoke natural tobaccos, 100 tobacco, no additives, no. I don't try to avoid this. I know the tobacco is not good, but I will try to prepare now to keep the smoke. Maybe it will work. I think it will work. So I try to put this inside. We smoked to give it a little to try it. It will taste it with the ginger.
Wow.
Ginger.
That's amazing. So just a few grains. You added it to the tobacco. Is that what you said?
Yes, it will give very fresh taste because of this zinc CO2. It will give more like filtered, more.
Amazing. Great experiments.
A little dose there's nothing bad.
And so otherwise you would take this powder and just save it in a little jar and it says ginger on it, and then you have ginger GANS there, and if you ever need to put some in a jar and rehydrate it or use it for something else, you have it.
Yeah.
Exactly. In travel maybe it's easier also.
What is that?
You can't take a liquid with you, so you can take a powder.
Right. You can carry it around the world.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Because it's like additives.
Arvis tried to smell.
This is the first.
It's very historic moment.
This is historic moment.
Ah, nice. And that is the ginger again?
No, it
Lemon.
was lemon.
Lemon.
Because the evening light is
Beautiful. Beautiful. Oh, is it saying I'm at the end? Where are those slides that I added of your, oh, where are the ones I added of your workshop? Let's see.
Those photos for meeting.
Here, I don't know why this didn't. Here we are. So you did a wonderful workshop there where you live, and I have these all mixed up. They're not in good order, so they're just going to be what they're going to be. But I love it that you did this. I think this is so cool.
It was a very hot day.
Very hot day, and you were in France near the
Antibiotics between Cannes and Nice.
Nice.
Very well-known city.
And everybody looks very interested. I think, didn't you say you wanted people to come who would be interested in maybe teaching it to others?
Yeah, there was a lot of therapists who are working with people and sharing this information. So they came to learn how to make GANS for themselves. And this Saturday, they come again to do themselves, just to practice how to make.
Nice.
And we assist because we are not organizers, but we will be there with our advice and just to keep to keep eye on everything.
Nice. So you said when you did it out in the sun, it was just magical.
Yeah.
Yes, the sun.
Because copper came out, as you see, it's written quiver. It's copper.
Right.
So it came out very, very light green.
Beautiful.
It was very in color, and just after we find out that it comes from pH 9. So it's already in geometry very complex structure.
Yes.
When it's alkaline.
But I tried to repeat this process at home. It won't work. I was thinking why it won't work because I understood there is not the sun. There is something that happened in hydrogen. I think the hydrogen could make some link with this copper and on the top. There is something interesting what is going on because I try to make repeat the same thing in the 9 pH, no same.
So there is a sun, very crucial.
I was maybe supposing maybe something is coming from the sun, some rays, maybe some ultraviolet rays, who knows. Something is what creates this structure. That's why I said in the bottom you have one water, on the top you have other water, because in the sun you have the ecosystem.
Amazing. Normal, beautiful.
In the bottom you have cooler water.
Now, yeah, do you guys use an aquarium bubbler at some point? I don't remember if we talked about that.
Use it. Of course you can use it.
Yes.
It's very, very useful.
And so you have the iron GANS in the front, which in my experience, once you bubble it, when it's that dark, it will turn red, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
you add a lot of oxygen, yeah.
In this case, just to try to show to people these different fractions. different GANS.
Yes, beautiful. Nice little workspace there.
Just a tennis table.
Gorgeous. Great.
It was big enough for all experiments.
Yes. Great spot. Oops, sorry. Went to there. Happy looking people.
They're
Yeah.
very, very happy.
Beautiful.
This is Monica. She came especially for this workshop from Paris, and it was birthday for her. So she made a gift for herself. She came to this workshop to learn something more. And holding her health pen in hand, she made it herself. She ordered especially this bamboo from Senegal, but she's coming from Central Africa, and now Paris and helping to a lot of people to heal pain, and so she's working with health pen.
Wonderful. So in the pen, you would say is probably a crystal, some form of GANS, and the copper coils.
For health pen, yeah.
Yes. Works very well.
There is a lot of variations, but how far as I know, all pens works very, very well.
That's a beautiful idea, using the bamboo. I like that.
More or less, yes or more works well, but not all the pens, health pens are strong enough. It's more for myself. I was doing the different style of pens. I see different results still, but it depends how it works. But maybe for some you need more time to work with. Yeah. Some they are stronger. Maybe you need to keep a little bit at distance because more powerful.
Yes.
Some really, very, really strong. Not really house pens. It's like more toroids. If I can show, please.
Yes.
Amazing resin because the copper, as we know, it's not a magnetic properties, but in this case, we feel a little like magnetic properties in this copper toroids. It's amazing.
Nice. I like putting them in the freezer and over some water and seeing what forms underneath them. That always is a nice image for me. This is such a beautiful picture. Oh, gorgeous. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
Small ones?
Okay.
So it looks like you showed them some things on the computer. They're all taking notes. I love it. This is so European looking. It's just beautiful.
That's European.
Oh, this is such a great scene. Just such a great scene. Beautiful, beautiful.
So European looking.
Lovely.
It was 35 degrees. It was very, very hot day, and it was very, really hard to work.
So it looks like we have, is this a spirulina going here?
Yeah. Green one. Big jar of spirulina.
Yeah, beautiful. Nice.
And Monica.
Spirulina. Spirulina.
Nice.
This is very, very good. Superfood. Spirulina is already superfood.
Yes. This is amazing. So you've put it through the HCl and the baking soda and then put it into the container to make GANS with it, right?
This day we did just an electrolysis.
Just electrolyzed it. Okay. Beautiful.
Because we had just one day, we wanted to speed up a little bit process just to show
And you had said you thought just with these green powders you could potentially just put them right in the GANS making without going through anything else first. Yes.
Because we are thinking you can use also just a fresh fruit juice or vegetable juice and put in a electrolysis, and you can get your GANS very easy.
Nice.
Lemon.
Lemon.
Lemon with acid.
Mm. With the sun reflector on it. Beautiful.
Keep it natural.
So what if someone wanted to make a cannabis solution and put it into pens or pads?
Of course, it's a very good solution.
It could work very well, yeah.
Yes, it could work very well. It could be a very good, strong field.
And you also can collect oil.
Cannabis already have very good, strong field already.
Yes.
No extra. It can heal a lot of people.
And the oil that's a great idea on the oil as well. Oh, good idea. Mm.
Just for collect this cannabis oil, you can add coconut oil.
Yes,
and then coconut oil is like a carrier.
Right.
So you after you can use a small quantity, and it's rich enough for healing.
Do it.
Mm. Beautiful.
Coming again this Saturday. She's coming again from Paris.
Good to learn more. I used to have a bracelet just exactly like that one she has on. It was from Africa. Cool.
Because she have a very nice goal. She want to go to Central Africa to learn kids to make GANS.
Beautiful.
And to make GANS from local plants.
So
it's very nice idea, and we try to help her how much we can.
Nice. So maybe we have hunger solved soon.
Yes, sure.
Yeah.
Will be.
Pollen.
Yes.
Beautiful.
Yeah, we was on a terrace on 7th floor, so it was like on heaven.
Great. Sure, it's just lovely. Really lovely. Copper GANS, and you have the carbon rod held in there with the nice clothespin and your alligator clips. How simple is that?
How simple is that?
That's it. The end of the slides. Cool. Well, you guys, beautiful. Thank you for doing this. And we're a little later in the day. We took a little break. So I wanted to say, did I say this already? I remember I told you. I found the HCl in the United States. I found it on Amazon, and Hulda Clark, who sells anti-parasitic herbs, sells liquid HCl. It was the only one I found so far. And I checked with Home Depot and Walgreens. I've checked with grocery stores, drugstores, and hardware stores.
On eBay.
Check on eBay. Okay. I'll do that.
You should be somewhere.
Okay.
Have to be. It's something simple.
Yeah, something simple. So Liquid Plasma Feeding on Facebook. You guys are so fantastic, and I just want to thank you so much for everything that you've done so far. You are incredible teachers. You are radiant lights. You are just beautiful beings, and such a treat to get to do this show with you. And I got so many of my own questions answered, and I know many other people will as well. It's long. People will have to, huh?
Thank you for inviting us. It was very important for us also.
Today is a very important day for everybody.
Yes.
We posted also the event about 14 July.
Perfect.
Feeding plasma site with invitation to join this step.
Wave of peace. We call it Wave of Peace.
Wave of Peace.
Wave of Peace. Beautiful. I will share it far and wide.
We will start from Iraq.
Bueno.
Start.
Awesome. Let's get people involved all over the world. And it can be a continuous wave too.
Yeah, we can do a lot of actions. Yeah,
we can choose the next day.
And I always say when we put, like when I put the GANS water into the ocean here, the salt water, and I ask it to go out and help the oceans heal, I know all the water is connected on the planet, inside of us, in the sky, in the air, and the waters. And so once we begin pushing it out there, it goes everywhere.
That's very, very easy. You will see it will come naturally. So the water, it's already in different planets already changed.
Yes.
You just need some light time to it crystallizes in our reality.
Yes. Well, you guys, let's call in a planet of peace, humanity living in balance and with enough, with plenty for all, and great love, many blessings.
For everybody on this planet.
Absolutely.
We are not too much.
No.
We are not too much.
This false agenda.
Yes, I agree.
If you travel a lot, you see how much space we have. When you live in a town, it could be very easy to tell you that you have no space on this planet, but when you go outside, you see how much we still have.
Abundance.
I know a lot of people are still connected. You know, we have this discussion about the liquid plasma GANS for food, and I know the common conversation is, well, I'm still really attached to eating my food, and I know people are, but there's something that happens to you when you surround yourself with this, and there's a lightness that comes into the body, and kind of an interchange with that flow of life, and as you guys have shared. And so I think we will carry ourselves into a lighter way of being here.
Yes. More outline also.
Yes, very much so. Well, you are beautiful representatives of what you're doing. Thank you again so much for your sharing.
Thank you, Kelly.
So much. Thank you so much.
We hope we will meet again.
We will meet again. We'll meet in person one of these days. We are all here together on this great rainbow of light.
Are you coming to Rome? Are you coming to Rome?
What was it? To Rome? Oh, man, I don't know. I mean, the universe would have to just I don't know, give me a ticket or something, but I would come, but I'll come one of these days. We'll see what happens. When is Rome?
When? 9 to 11 September.
Yeah, 9 to 11 September. I may be in Costa Rica swimming with dolphins. I don't know, but let's just see what happens. We'll see what the universe brings. I realize, I love what you said, that when you were all in Dubai, it really was creating a wave by everyone coming together. Yes. And that's what happens with these things. So they're very beautiful. Good for us to get together and just share.
It's completely different when you communicate through internet and when you meet people in person, and you can change these auras between each other. It's wonderful.
Yes.
That's why I think we need to try to communicate as much more, just like that this way. It's almost a little bit the way we will to adopt different ways. Sooner or later we will communicate more closer. This barrier will disappear.
Yeah, definitely. Much love, you guys, and much love to all our listeners. Check out Liquid Plasma Feeding at Facebook, and there will be a lot written underneath this video, both on YouTube and on the blog post at Naturally Better TV. Check out our 21st Century Superhuman website, and you can follow us. You can subscribe to my YouTube channel and not miss any of these videos. We love you all so much. We're so grateful we're all here together on planet Earth with the rising of humanity to live as free, creative, beautiful beings here with all that we need. So many blessings to all. Much love, and see you all soon.